could go live fire here. What's my other option? I can't think. So we got
Aqua.
Aqua, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go live fire.
All right.
All right, that's a lot of live fire, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're playing 4 live fires in the best of 7. Love to see it. I mean, I don't. It sounds crazy, but I mean, it's what you guys wanted, so that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what we deal with, huh?
All right, folks.
Let's do it.
We got to get these boys up on the main stage, ready for their games. But before we go, I mean, I gotta know. You got any words for your opposition over here, Mental?
I mean, I think they got lucky the first series. I think we're gonna bring back to another veto system here on the couch after this first series, and yeah.
All right. Hey, he's saying he's seeing you back on the couch. What about you, Renegade? What you got to say?
Don't get forward.
Modern day Halo Grand Finals is with one of the best classic Halo game types and map combinations. Pit CTF is live, and before we even get a chance to take a breath, Mental's already ripping faces.
Bound taking an interesting route there. He went straight under bridge, and with the timing, Mental maybe predicts it. They get 4 dead. I think that OS might still be down. I don't know who killed Soul Snipe bottom OS, but clearly a very strong opening strat here from Rebellion.
Setting the stage for this epic Grand Finals on land. Rebellion were swept in the winter final, so GBX have that token in their back pocket, but Mental is looking much different than he was in that winter final. Absolutely frying here. A couple of headshots, a couple of no-scopes. Now just looking to stay alive, but Renegade doesn't push. He must expect some help through the sword side. I see Legend pushing on through, but no, he's more so with Tusk than anybody else. Mental knows he has to prioritize Renegade. He's the highest threat, and now he's got some help.
At the same time, though, the longer he just holds Renegade bottom runway, how is Renegade going to make an impact on that flag run? Ultimately, that run does get stopped. Cycle, though, gets a double kill, and they're still in GBX's base. At the same time, though, it looks like members of GBX are also in the base of Rebellion, so Mental wisely going to back up and just make sure he clears his side before he moves forward.
Mental looking at 90+ seconds of continuous life. He's the only member in this lobby that has not gone down just yet. Now he's the only member alive for Shopify Rebellion as another flag gets pulled. Mental peels another wig, and that gets shut down immediately.
Still got 2 bullets left to work with. I mean, he's already gotten 4 kills with this sniper, only expending 6 bullets of the snipe, so highly efficient, and I don't think there's any snipe ammo left on the other side, so if he can convert a couple of headshots here, this could mean Rebellion could potentially move in to GBX's base, get another flag out.
Bound, pushing aggressively like we're so used to seeing, and he finally takes Mental down. But he goes down shortly after. 3 go down for Shopify Rebellion. Just 1 bound for GBX now. They get 2 more as Renegade gets a double kill, and this is looking like the pressure you need to pull not only the flag, but get a good run out of it.
You're exactly right. Both teams are pretty even in slays. It's actually GBX right now with more slays. Hard to notice that from just watching Mental so far, but GBX really putting on a clinic so far, but can they get a flag actually out of the base? We'll have to see.
Bound, looking to occupy that space on the sword side. If he shuts down the sword side, it prevents an overshield pull. It looks like he's going to grab it instead. Could this be the power-up utilization they need? Mental does a spot Bound, and that could have been big there, right? Mental could have gotten a couple extra shots to whittle Bound down to normal shields. Instead, he's got a little bit of that overshield left to work with, and he puts it to good use, taking down Soul Snipe, and now Renegade baits and waits with the rockets inside flag.
Look at the patience coming out from Renegade. They actually pulled that flag before Rockets and OS came up. I think it was all a distraction so they could guarantee themselves OS. The members of Rebellion have to stay focused on their side. That's going to open up a lot of time and space to get the items. They put the items immediately to work and get the first flag on the board.
I love Renegade running flag with the rockets. He's going to pull attention towards himself and likely take one down, but no suppress. Despite taking a rocket to the mouth, survives and takes down Renegade. Tusk picking up the remains of that flag, and if there's anybody you want running it, Eli, it's Legend, but he's got the snipe instead. It's his job to protect this run, to potentially bodyguard a run through, but GBX, it looks like they'll let that flag run die, settle, and content with the 1-0 lead.
Really interesting to think about. How often do we see Legend with snipe? It's not that often because he's usually paired with Stellar, Bound, these guys that are very good with it as well. But, I mean, when he has the chance to pick it up, this man does not miss many shots. I feel like almost he should pick it up more.
Does not disappoint, especially so on land. So cool to have Legend here across the pond. We're going to be heading across the pond as a Halo community to HES London here in a couple weeks. But right now, the action is on land here from Orlando Esports. Soul Snipe with the first run here for Rebellion. And with numbers dwindling for GBX, if you can just get it through the long haul, this could be a tie game, 4-up for Rebellion. But Soul Snipe with the flag and the snipe has to get one more, gets a body shot to help earn an assist, and this is looking like a tied game. He's looking behind him, though. He wants to make sure all of his corners are checked. You do not want to miss the opportunity to score here. You might check out early if that's the case, but instead we have a 1-1 tie.
Love that teamwork right there, too. I mean, Suppress, known as a Slayer, but in that moment, he's like, nah, bro, turn around, go pop off with that snipe. I'll run this flag in. Renegade, though, is going to steal the Rebellion sniper. This is a big deal. If they can also secure their own sniper, this could be problematic for Rebellion, but I think they've actually flipped the map here. It looks like members of Rebellion were on the side of GBX, at least momentarily, but they're going to come back to stop this flag run.
Renegade on the competing side with the competing snipe, misses his shot and uses the repulsor there. I thought that might not have kept him alive, but it does, and now dwindling away that last repulsor resource to grab a full overshield. We've seen Renegade with a couple of these, and that's been a part of not necessarily the win condition, but it's allowed Rebellion, or I should say GBX, to keep Rebellion off of that overshield as Renegade has a little bit left to work with. Rocket comes through, and there's a rocket connect. My God, looked more like a sniper as Sniper goes down. Renegade previously had it. Tusk, the last player alive, and he gets a big frag there.
Renegade, clearly the high priority target on the map, and why not? I mean, he's Renegade, first of all, but he also had OS snipe, so you see a rocket, 2 players barrel towards him, make sure they shut him down immediately. Good on Rebellion for that. That could have become a problem real quick. But we're back to really even across the board. Next important note in the timeline is in about 10 seconds, we've got both snipers respawning once again. I think both these teams are going to ensure that they at least guarantee their own sniper.
Halftime here, 6 minutes on the clock, and anytime it's tied 1-1, it might as well be 0-0. Both of these two teams vying for a lead and control as we approach the end game. Bound approaching the sniper side of the map. He's the last player alive for GBX, and on his side of the map, it's especially important that he earns some defensive positioning and posturing here as he holds the snipe, top snipe. Always reminds you of snipe down in Ola and Halo 3. What can Bound do with it?
Suppress the one with the sniper for Rebellion. Going to be a bit of a standoff here. Both teams just fighting for mid-map. Don't want to overextend. First players to fall usually gives a lot of openings to the other team. Look at this. You see him thinking about shooting that plasma nade. Legend finds his way all the way through the needle side. Soul Snipe, though, as soon as he takes him down, have to think that Rebellion might decide to push up here. Rebellion's
goal there was to clear their side of the map. Once they have those members down for GBX, the green light means go as Suppress takes his positioning on the 50-yard line. Sword snipe. Oh, but he goes down, and Bound with the repulsor gets back up top. I believe the audio cue would be enough to alert Cycle, but no, Cycle's too far away. Cycle in the mauler. This is where the pitch spawns could occur as Bound starts to look back, look forward, repulses to the sky, looking for a montage trick shot, it feels like. And Renegade has another snipe. This could spell trouble for Rebellion.
What I'm noticing from both teams is when it seems like the other team is starting to get control, the opposition is just pushing into their base. They're making it difficult to comfortably push up, but Renegade is hitting snipes. He's making it difficult to even stay alive right now.
Perfect centering there from Renegade. He saw Suppress slide through, and as soon as those knees started to bend upwards, he had the reticle lined up. Perfect timing there from Renegade, but now it's an overshield in the hands of Rebellion. They take down Renegade, and I still wonder now, does Bound still have that snipe? No, he's got the rockets instead. Nothing to use in the tubes, and he goes down. 4 down for GBX, so Rebellion are going to win back the mid-map control and set themselves up for this next pull.
I don't know if Suppress intended to lift right there. It seemed like kind of a silly time to lift, but maybe thought he had a timing to finish a player off or catch somebody off guard. He goes down quickly, though, which means Rebellion kind of have to wait before they can make any kind of aggressive action. Spawners at GPX have pushed up. Renegade got that 1 bullet of snipe ammo left, puts it to work. And Legend might be in a position to pull this flag, but he's got to get this kill first.
Again, more perfect reticle discipline from Renegade. It allows him to use that shotgun in close proximity like a bulldog here in Halo Infinite, and we are officially in the end game. Less than 4 minutes to go, still tied 1-1, but there's a dangerous flag run occurring on the long haul. And like we see so often, if it can just get through the long haul, it might just get through to a score, but Cycle shuts that down. The double kill, the reset. We're back at square one.
Did you see Soul Snipe sneak through the first BR? So in that situation, you know the other team is going to run it long haul, right? But you spawn court. What are you going to do? Usually you have to go someone on the team has to go all the way back through the flag to the first BR. And Bound was predicting it, but Soul Snipe snuck through when Bound wasn't looking, ultimately stopped that entire play. Huge heads-up awareness from Soul Snipe.
I always say Soul Snipe, the best flanker in HES, and everyone's like, Mikowski, what's the best flanker mean? Exactly what we just saw there, Eli. Thank you so much for breaking that down. Bound looking to break down the shields with that no-scope body shot attempt, but he misses. Now he's down to no shields. Oh, excuse me. I should have never questioned Bound's ability to land a no-scope in tough situations, as it looks like he does get enough damage to earn the assist, earns the high ground, has 5 shots left to work with. Quick scope on his Soul Snipe doesn't connect, but after 3 go down for Rebellion, only 2 for GBX, that's going to give them back the map control we previously saw Rebellion have.
Now Renegade and Bound have the 2 3 o'clock snipers. Was it spawned at the 3-minute mark, and if these guys can push up, they can absolutely put Rebellion in the blender, potentially convert this into a flag cap. How does Rebellion play in this situation? You really don't have many options when you got 2 snipers looking at you like this.
This has been so difficult, Rebellion. This could be a reason why they look back after the match and say, we gave Bound and Renegade way too much sniper control. Often they both have it simultaneously, flag out, but Suppress shuts it down. We previously saw a huge double kill from Cycle. Now it's Suppressed, icing up, less than 2 to go.
This man single-handedly playing defense for the squad. Not only that, but also secured their rockets. Steals the sniper back, gets the rockets, puts them to work right away. And with the T-squared combo, rockets and sniper stays alive. Now he's out of ammo and everything. Does now swap it out for the plasma pistol and bandit combination. But this man doesn't care what weapons he's going to use. He's going to find a way to kill you.
From T-squared combo to noob combo, Suppressed has the plasma pistol in his back pocket. And I'm wondering if he's going to pull it out here to diminish some shields, utilize the bait and switch here, puts it back. Goes for the slay, needs a just body shot here. Tusk is absolute, and Suppressed earns it. Earns the killing spree, but he goes down shortly after. He's the only member down, though, for Rebellion. They are surging through the GBX base. Bound, last Spartan standing. And can he clutch up? He has that plasma pistol now, but Cycle takes him down. This is looking like a good opportunity for the Rebellion.
So much tension right now. 1 minute remaining, but you have to imagine this flag going home should seal the deal for Rebellion.
He gets
it through the long haul. 2 dead on the side of GBX, and I don't know if anyone's here to stop this. Despite being no shields, he knows that he has that safety, so he's just going to go straight in, and Rebellion take the 2-1 lead.
Do GBX have 2 miraculous comebacks in mind with less than a minute to go? They only need 1 this time, though, Eli. So it's not the 4 they were staring at previously on Aquarius, but now 2 staring at the respawn screen. Only 1 for Rebellion means they have the edge in the end game. Less than 30 seconds left. Legend has to stay alive. You lose any more members on the Rebellion side of the map, this match is over.
Look at his survivability right now. There's at least 5 grenades being tossed at him. He's still alive, finally. Cycle's going to shut that short, and it's a 4 dead for GBX. That is going to be it. Rebellion are going to take game 1.
All right, here we go. And after the server reset, these 2 teams have had a chance to reset. So a little bit of that endgame momentum from Rebellion probably isolated and out the door now as we have a fair fight off the start. 2-2, but that's no longer 2-4 after Rebellion win the opening break.
Opening pretty important on this one. Camo and shock rifle are the most important items to play for on the map. Tusk with some movement tech. I don't know if I even want to call it that, but strong side jumping his way.
Uh-oh.
Attempting safety, but look at the counter push from GBX. They were like a wall just waiting for Rebellion to push through.
Yeah, not so sneaky when you put 3 players on the sneaky, as GBX are able to avoid those GB grenades, it looked like, and survive to live and fight another day. 5-7 now, that 2-kill lead sticking for Rebellion, but now they're starting to grow on it, looking for a multi-possession lead potentially, but GBX brings it right back to 2. Renegade occupying that sneaky space. Fairly interesting. I feel like you don't really have much action going on there or see much of it, as it's usually the periphery of the map, the middle of the map being worked through. Is now Renegade makes his move from the sneaky into the C platform, trying to take down Cycle, down to low HP. Tusk looking for the cross, seeing if he can draw Renegade in, but Renegade goes down nonetheless, but it's Legend on the other side with a double kill.
And the shock rifle, completely full shock rifle from Tusk. Gonna land that first headshot on Suppressed, and I feel like a lot of people kind of overlook Tusk. Like, yeah, he's not the other 3 players on his team, but he can keep up with these guys. He plays 8s with them all the time.
What
but
a guy.
At the same time, he knows what Renegade is capable of. Almost anybody that plays this game would probably drop the shock for this man, and he's been popping off with it this weekend already.
Is that not an instant boost of dopamine before you even hit a snipe to have a teammate say, here you go, bro, pop off with it? I feel like you get a little bit of extra aim assist when your teammate hands off that sniper rifle, as we see Renegade put it to instant work, headshot off the rip, and now GBX have a lead, but that's not for long. We're tied in the early goings, 14-all.
I think you're exactly right, man. If I just pick it up off the pad, I'm like, I'm not going to be as jazzed up, but my teammate drops for me like, you believe in me. I cannot disappoint you. And then I just go into Super Saiyan mode and hit the clip. Famously, Soul Snipe, you've seen the clip where the guy drops him snipe on pit and he gets one of the most insane
the quick
overkills I've ever seen in my life. So Soul Snipe, no stranger to that either.
And Soul Snipe now might have the snipe, but no, he goes down shortly after. An ultimate trade out in the feed between those two, but it's a +1 net outcome for Rebellion here in Slayers, especially one that's so tight. We've really only seen a 2-3 kill game throughout. Massive +1 net outcome there for Rebellion as they look to maintain positioning on the gold side and possession of the snipe.
Look at the way Legend is peek shooting right there. He's just baiting the shots to come out from Mental. He's just making him waste his ammo. It's so hard to like time the headshot in that moment. So Legend just knows, like, if I just do this, he's just gonna miss shots and burn ammo. Very smart play there, but ultimately, a couple more kills trade out, and no one's really built any separation here.
That was Bound's POV we were on, but it looked like Bound flying in through with the slide, but that was suppressed instead. Both those two players trade out, and it filters down into the feed. 22-all as Tusk positions himself on the half wall, anticipating these spawns for Rebellion, looking to put the clamps on him, but great cross shots. They get through to glass. They push through to gold. They get the shots on Tusk. They don't take him down, Eli, but they get enough damage on him to send him back. That allows Rebellion to push on through, but GBX handle it. They get the +1 net outcome, and that filters down to the scoreboard. It's a 1-kill game.
Wow, I mean, on this map, the A side of the map and gold, they kind of go together. They're like two puzzle pieces. They have sight lines that work well together. You've got that position in Whirlpool as well. So if you're the side spawning at C and you've got to make that push, you're kind of playing uphill. So yes, they did make the push very well, but it's still a disadvantageous position. As I say that though, they're doing another push, and this time they've got a 3-to-1 +2 net outcome, at least for now.
It's not enough to get kills. You got to get kills at the right time, right place, and the timing of those two slays for Rebellion. Equal possession of the camo. Mental now looking to put it to good use, find some optimal value. Plenty of chase grenades going to come through on that door side of the tower. That's why he's going to reposition himself, and it looks like he's going to play for a long flank. 2 going through gold, 1 through the needle side, Bound down to low HP, but Mental gets taken down quickly with that camo. Very little value out of it. GBX regain the lead in the 30s, 33-30.
Cyclone suppressed. Now, once again, trying to push through to glass. You have to imagine they have other members maybe trying to make their way to white, but no, Soul Snipe spawns in A. He gets split spawn out on his own. He finds a kill, but he's going to get taken down shortly after, and Renegade's going to be here to get back into that A-B setup.
Rebellion looking to put together that top Team Slayer performance on LAN at HCS Arlington. Can they do it in Orlando? Down by 3 now, and oof, Renegade has the shock. This could spell trouble. Soul Snipe does not want to peek here. I know for sure that he knows Renegade's on the other side. Maybe he doesn't. He gets pulled out. I don't know if that was through bait or not being aware that Renegade has the snipe. Eli, that's someone you got to recognize as a player with the snipe. He's the top priority, and it didn't necessarily look like it there for Shopify.
They kind of forced his hand, though, right? I mean, the player swings into his face from the top of the doorway. He's not going to be able to avoid that situation. Has to chow that player, but Renegade's ready for it. Like you said, he's just got that snipe looking over his teammate's shoulder. So great teamwork coming in from GBX. Rebellion doing what they can, but so far they've fallen behind. Now GBX take a 5-kill lead. 3 do go down. Now just a 4-kill lead, but with this camo in 20 seconds, the next couple fights are going to be important.
Yeah, look how content GBX were to lose lives so long as they took lives in the process, trading out going into the 40s. But now it's a clean 3 sweep. All 4 stay up for Rebellion. 3 go down for GBX. And if they get those long haul spawns, Rebellion could put the same clamps on that we previously saw from GBX.
Legend spawned glass though, so Rebellion not occupying enough of the map to force an advantageous spawn situation for themselves. Instead, GBX get solid spawns that work well together, and they're not hesitating to take advantage of the situation. Rebellion spawning at the C side of the map. That trade's only going to favor GBX. They only need 3 kills to close this out.
Huge trade there from Legend. Knew all he needed after he got stuck. It's almost like a parting gift. Thank, dude. All I need is a melee there, and I'll take you down with the collateral damage. Another trade on the exact same spot, so the strategy could not be more clear. GBX are trading for the win, almost like trading a Bulbasaur for a Charizard.
Seems like an unfair trade to me, to be completely honest with you, but we've got just 2 kills to go here. Renegade's got the snipe, and you've got to get several kills here if you're Rebellion without trading out. Got to stick together. You see Mental and Suppressed working together on this long haul side. We've got Cycle and Soul Snipe on the other side, but when Cycle gets sniped out, now Soul Snipe's on an island. I think GBX know that. They're going to collapse on him.
Oh, Renegade almost gets drawn out like a fish on the line there. Gets taken down, but it does not matter. It's all bait. It's all plays for the trade as GBX take game 2 and tie up your grand finals at 1.
I don't know, I feel like jiggle peaks are like more like consistent. You kind of have to actually like time it, you know what I mean? More than just like before it was kind of just like, I don't know, you can just spam it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like it's more consistent now.
All right, here we go. Game number 3. Manny, you're more than welcome to hang out on the couch with us. I'm sure Tools has some thoughts for you and some ideas as to how we'll utilize your big brain perspective. But for now, the game is live, and GBX are already off to a 50% start. More often than not, Live Fire King of the Hill, Eli, the team that gains the first 50% gives up things like Sniper and Camo to the opposition. That's exactly what we see here.
Yeah, but if Mental goes down here, that means that GBX might get both the Hill and the Sniper, which is pretty massive. Not sure if that Camo was up or if anybody grabbed that. Renegade actually just preserving his life instead of hanging out by that Camo side, and I think he just wants to take an unpredictable route so he can put the Sniper to work.
GBX instantly prioritized the Hill off the start, and they're rewarded with the sandbox too. Only 3 seconds off the clock in regulation, and GBX already have a 1-0 lead, but just let's say that 3 go down, and now Rebellion have a nice setup over here on the Snipe side.
Rebellion have to hold on to this well, though, and GPX are going to try to figure out a way to break in. I don't think they noticed that Tusk is all the way up on the Nest side, but he does get spotted out. Suppress going to take him down. Legend's still alive, though, and if he can win this 1v1 against Mental, potentially get the Hill back, but no, I like this. He's going to use the skill jump, buy a little bit of extra time for his squad to show up, and now this fight is even more in his favor.
So impressive. Legend goes down there, but he's playing loud and fast and still finds the back of an opponent. I think that's impressive. Despite going down, his Renegade looking to take down Cycle does just that. See the jiggle peek, the jiggle strafe, the crowd strafe. I mean, you're seeing some new opportunities to stay alive, but Renegade, he's doing his best job to make sure you don't stay alive. Takes down 2, gets shots on 2. Now he's taking on a 1v2, and you're just holding your breath like, when will he die? But he seems to stay alive for so much longer than you'd expect.
He got so much more damage than just about any other player could have possibly done there. The 2 jiggle shots, while 1 shot to get the next 2 players with 2 shots in each of them, that's just going to slow down Rebellion. They're not going to feel comfortable enough to push. Just buys extra time and space for your squad, and that's the 2 most important resources in Halo. We talk about a lot of them, but it's time and space.
Giving the other team just something to think about. And when Renegade's frustrating you, might even infiltrate some tone disadvantage, right? Comms, the mental, so important in Halo. It's not always about X's and O's and positioning and what your shot accuracy looks like, as Rebellion have the lead on Hill number 2 at the 80% mark. GBX are in the mix, though. They're close enough to where if they're able to break through and regain control of the Hill, they could absolutely steal it, make it a 2-0 game. But for now, Cycle steals the camo, gets up to the top of Snipe, but bounce spots him out. Cycle goes down to low HP and gets nothing out of that camo.
Couple kills trade out, but it's 4 dead for Rebellion. GBX going to comfortably sit in this Hill. Problem is, Rebellion just need 1 good push to win this Hill, but I don't know if they're in position to do so. They're pretty far away. I think they've done the math in their head and decided this is an uphill battle. Let's just set up for next.
They're setting up for A. They're saying GG's go next, but I don't know. We just saw the double in the feed. They're going to last second rush it. Mental gets a foot on the Hill, but that's bait. 2-0 lead for GBX. 4 go down for Rebellion. What a play. GBX likely, if Tusk could just sprint his way through to A, is going to block those spawns, but no, Suppress gets it instead, despite how close Tusk is with the reticle lined up in Suppress sights. But I think others split out, maybe on the B side of the map. And it looks like now they are breaking through from the B side into A. What a play there from GBX. And do you agree with that, Eli? It looked like Rebellion was maybe between 2 decisions. They looked like they had the GG go next in the comms, but they didn't necessarily play for it.
Very interesting. It almost looked like they were faking setting up for A and then tried to hit like a blitz style, like let's just rush when they don't expect it. It could have worked out. I think that had they just landed a couple kills during that situation, it would have been absolutely the point for them, but GBX just ice up.
Icing up indeed, and in a crucial game 3. Not as crucial in a best of 5 series, but this is the separator. This is the splitter where you take a lead going into game 4. Tied 1-1 for now, but not in this particular match. It's a 2-0 lead for GBX, and not a lot of time off the clock. 2 minutes for 2 caps, so about pacing as normal average, especially so. after you consider only 3 seconds were used to capture hill number 1, a lot more time. Evens things out a little bit here, but Rebellion need to even out the lead. You can't give up 3 hills because with the clock situation, looking at 2:45, 2:30 left on the clock, down 3, that's not enough time to come back. This is a must-have hill for Rebellion, but I don't know if they have the lives or the resources.
This is looking real bad for Rebellion. On top of that, they've got to play this map a lot more right after this. They've got to figure out how to get around this map and get around GBX, or the next several games are going to be difficult. Right now, Suppressed going to try to build some momentum for his squad. Does get 1 pickup kill, gets another. That's a killjoy, though. That's going to shut down Legend. This is exactly what they needed. This is not impossible. I do think this King of the Hill map is the most likely one that you could potentially reverse sweep and win 4-3.
Well, in life, you got to take the good with the bad. I guess the good thing about GBX being so efficient, icing up on the end of hill number 3, is that they gave Rebellion 3:05 left on the clock. So if Rebellion play perfect Halo, they're still in it. It's not that must-have hill scenario like we thought it was previously. But look at that. Rebellion go 4 down. Legend is back in the hill. 50% occupied for Rebellion on the scoreboard, but GBX are looking to match that.
Unbelievable. GBX was 4 dead 20 seconds ago, but they are in a full perfect setup off the hill. They're playing off their spawn so efficiently, taking the right space, doing it quickly, disrupting the flow of Rebellion, and they're so close to capping the 4th hill already. Rebellion do have a lot of time on this one as well, so it's anyone's hill at this point, but if GBX can win the next fight, they might just close out the game.
Renegade with the snipe, has 7 shots left to work with. And it's at that point in the match where GBX don't have to force themselves into the hill. They could actually start to bait and force Rebellion into some overextension situations. But for now, GBX 1 down, Rebellion 1 down. Renegade looking to change that, but he gets taken down by Suppressed. And that's huge. Cycle and Rebellion have the hill. Suppressed has the snipe. This is looking like the comeback condition they needed.
Look at this, GBX spawning in the garage side. Tusk gets taken down for some nice body shot into headshot, and with Rebellion suddenly on the board, things could change in a hurry. And now rotate to the tower side. If he can get top tower with this, he can shut down multiple lanes that Rebellion want to take.
Great job by Renegade's teammate there on the mud, forcing Mental a little bit further out on the C platform, allows Renegade to get a rather free kill, especially all things considering with how talented he is. Now it's that top mid mosh pit hill. A lot of clock usually bleeds off when you've got this hill top mid. Eli, oh, more bleeding from the nose as Mental takes it to the face. Renegade with another snipe.
Look at that. He also predicts the jump. He knows that these players are lurking, trying to make their way through back tower. If he just predicts what Rebellion are going for, he can shut down their options systematically. Does so pretty well, but does get taken down. Soul Snipe's going to get a kill. That's multiple dead on the side of GPX. Camo, I think, is still on the ground there, but Mental's going to stay in the hill for now, and they need somebody in the hill to prevent this clock from burning down.
Rebellion earned 3 hills in a row in the lower finals, but this was against a Kraken roster, a great roster, but there are no GBX in that sense. So can Rebellion do the exact same thing against the best players in the world? Some of the best players on Kraken, but you got 4 of the best here on GBX. It's going to be a much taller task, but Rebellion look up to it. And most importantly, Eli, the clock is in their favor, but starting to get a little antsy in the sense that every second that ticks away in regulation makes it more and more likely that GBX take a 2-1 lead.
GBX can just play this in a way that makes it almost impossible for Rebellion to win it. If they just keep killing the hill player and burning time off the clock, I mean, down by 2, you've got to play perfect Halo with not much time to spare. I think that's exactly the strategy of GBX right now. They're getting the slaves, but staying out of the hill, and they know that Rebellion need multiple hills in a row. They're going to make it extremely difficult for that to happen.
90 seconds left in regulation, and GBX are looking to burn all of it. Renegade, shields get burned. He goes down to 1 HP. But with this, I love when players rotate, reset, reposition, and reshield. You're kind of killing 3 birds with 1 stone despite not killing anybody on the map. Great plays there from Renegade. His bound now pushes through. Mental trades out with him, and like in a Slayer, Eli, where you're up into the 40s, trades are going to work in GBX's favor.
Now GBX elect to get into the hill, maybe understanding they have so much map control, and if they can hold on to it, they could just close the series or the game out right here, right now. More body shots come out from Renegade, just dealing so much damage.
Double kill.
Now they're not in the hill once again, though. Maybe just not enough numbers around there.
Legend goes down, and yeah, you have to ask, I think that's what you're alluding to, Eli. Would Legend have stayed in hill if he didn't die? It's a question for a later date now. Rebellion have to question themselves as to what we need to do to break through, what we need to do to take Renegade off of that snipe tower, and that's exactly the first priority. Previously on that recharge Slayer, they let Renegade go on a little bit of a spree. Could this be the catalyst to coming back for them? They're going to make it a one-hill game with less than 1 minute left, 55 seconds on the clock, and Rebellion have life.
This is absolutely doable for Rebellion. They just got to force this overtime. They got 53 seconds in regulation. Question is, will GBX play for hill time? Looks like the answer is no. Legend's going to play for a triple kill. And now he's just going to deny access to this hill. He is the gatekeeper. He will stop you. Whichever route you want to take, he's got eyes on it, and it's going to be very difficult. Good news for Rebellion, though, is they do have this camo, but if this push doesn't work, it should be GG's.
Yeah, mentioning that previous game 2 Slayer, that's what GBX are playing now, playing for Slays. They will not step foot in the hill the rest of the game unless Rebellion tied up at 3, which they could do, but they need to make sure that they have numbers advantage. 2v2 for now, and Legend still staying alive on the Nest side. Unbelievable that he's able to stay alive. He went down to low HP. The QT's got to be a part of why he's still alive, but I'm losing my mind at the fact that Legend hasn't gone down. He has played Gatekeeper for a full minute, hasn't died on the Nest, and he's not going to allow them through the garage door as GBX take it, led by Legend with the triple kill. Live from Orlando Esports, here we go, Eli, game 4.
Back on live fire. This time, very different game type, though. We got strongholds. Like we said, these are some of the fastest players in the known universe, maybe even the multiverse. Not sure, but right
LeBron
now,
James and Bug Bunny pop out. There's Bugs Bunny.
Here we go, Legend. He's got the sniper. He's trying to take down Cycle, but we talked about it before. This man is such a hard kill. I played him in matchmaking the other day. I'm not sure if I killed him one time. You're starting to see why. Legend unable to get that one.
I think this is big, Eli. Especially as a team of 4, a set team of 4. You've got the opening strats that you've discussed now for months. GBX, they don't even have a coach. You have to assume they have some opening strats, but they're not as well thought out as Rebellion. You want to see them win the opening break, but just as I say that, GBX look like they have a trip cap working. 3 points on the board, no less. And that's starting to roll here. So Rebellion are able to get 17 seconds, but you could argue maybe wanted to see even more time than that.
Yeah, I think Tim made a good point, though. It's like when you know that you're about to play live fire this many times, like you're probably going to switch up the opening strat per map, right? Like you're not going to do the same thing over and over. This makes it too easy for your opponent to counter you. So then it becomes like a prediction game. Like he thinks that I think that he thinks that I think, and how many levels deep do we go? But it's kind of, like you said, they do have the benefit of best man behind them, but I mean, these guys on GPX, they're smart guys too. They can figure out a good counter strategy.
Like the deadliest, most psychological game of rock, paper, scissors. As here it's A, B, and C for now. B and C in control of GBX. Rebellion, though, trickling on that C cap point, but see a couple of players go down. Cycle and Mental in the feed, but they trade out. Mental now the last player alive, so that scoring going to continue through B and C for GBX.
GBX looking good right now. Bound just trying to hold this top tower side. This is definitely part of that BC setup. BC, I think, the strongest configuration of strongholds for sure. You can really lock down that half of the map, but Camo is on the other side. Renegade saying, oh my god, as he kills Cycle. I think there's something to that. I think they're trying to get in Cycle's head.
I like seeing Renegade in these grassroots tournaments. I feel like he talks more shit. Hopping on board here.
I really think it's player dependent, though. I mean, if you know your opponent is like maybe nervous or like shudders at the fact that you're yelling at him, like you should probably yell at him more, to be honest.
I love it, man. It's my favorite thing about the classic grassroots Halo competition is, yeah, you got these like closed headphones, but it's not totally closed off. You can still hear and maybe even more so feel the roars that come from these players on the main stage when they have a pop-off moment. Renegade previously having one of his own, but it's Rebellion getting back on the board, control of A and B, and that's important. Don't let GBX see the triple digits, 100 plus rolling instead. They get to 33, cut this lead in half, and have a little bit more fight left in it, but Legend has the camo.
Looked like they were predicting a player to wrap through the rat tunnel, end up burning 4 grenades down there, but no one was there. No one's home. Now he has less resources for the next fight, so maybe a bit of a misprediction leads to now a Rebellion hold momentarily, but I'm just going to say it right now. We're not going to be able to keep up with who's got what hold because it's going to change so many times throughout this game. These guys are going to be all over the map, hitting curb slides across whenever they possibly can, but once again, it's GBX with back in that BC hold that they've already had some success with.
It's interesting. I actually like the BC hold. You have this high ground to C, you have the elbow fulcrum of B, and you force those back A spawns. We talked about Solitude previously. Maybe there's something disadvantageous to all the A spawns in Strongholds. It feels like that, at least for now, as GBX have a 59-46 lead. But like you said, Eli, there's going to be no telling as to which cap is going in which direction. You see trickle points going through for both teams, but Rebellion even out. And just as I start to say they're scoring, just kidding. GBX get into B. Who's going to win it, though?
Like I said, you might as well not even try to keep up with how many score positioning flips are going to change here. But Cycle rotating all the way through it, back B with Mintel. Watches his teammate trade out right in front of him, has a sniper to work with, but he's going to be heavily pressured. Great grenade coming in from Tusk. This pillar location so important if you're going to push this B side.
Yeah, one of the reasons it's so difficult to tell which direction these cap points are going to go, Eli, is more often than not, all 3 cap points are occupied by players in the hill. As we see Tusk moving into the A cap point, looking to flip that into his favor. And this could flip the first trip cap of the game, and it does. 79 and rolling to 47. Just as I say that, Eli, I should listen to you more often.
I'm the IGL here, brother. Like, don't even try it, all right? Like, now there's
a Rebellion.
getting a trip
that
cap
could
for a
change
second.
too. So
yeah, exactly. It's all changing. These guys are so fast. It's not going to slow down anytime soon.
Unbelievable. Bound. Ooh, speaking of unbelievable, Bound with a snipe. He's got 2 shots plus 1 in the chamber to reload. 3 in total. Earns the assist with that body shot. Instantly cleaned up. Another body shot. As that one takes a little bit longer to clean up. Soul Snipe makes it away. He's known for flanking in his positioning. It's no surprise that he's able to find the reset, find the reshield, reposition, stay alive, and now regroup with Suppressed on the sandbags. Renegade with Passion Pit, open bracket, as trash talk, takes down Rebellion once again, and he is letting them know about it every single time.
I told you there's a common thread here. It's when Renegade kills Cycle. Young
Is that
kid.
this is the youngest?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, this is a rite of passage, guys, all right? You come into the scene, you're the new guy on the block. You're probably going to get trash talked a little bit more. They're testing him. And this is what I want to see, though. I want to see how does Cycle respond to this test. I know he does really well on his tests in school, but like we're not in school anymore. How does he do well on the main stage test? That's what I want.
This is your welcome to the league rookie moment, if I've ever seen it, as Rebellion came into this tournament as the clear favorite. If we did a poll in chat, I feel like 99.9% of the community picked Rebellion to win it, but we talked to Renegade, we talked to Bound. Until Rebellion do this on LAN, until they win a grand finals on LAN against members of the Big Three, it doesn't count. These guys are the Big Three, and they're on the other team, GBX. So despite this being a pickup team, Rebellion are going to have to pick up the paces.
I think you're exactly right. And right now, the pace is being firmly controlled by GBX. They've now got over 130-point lead. Tusk with the sniper. It's just going to make life difficult for Rebellion. They're trying to cap both B and C at the same time. Looks like force out of B for now. They do flip C, but this fight for B is going to be what matters most because that's how they're going to get scoring position.
Tusk looking to position himself on the pillar side. There we go. There's a 3 down for Rebellion as Renegade, the last player alive, doesn't want to press his luck, press too far into that big door as he elects to back up to A, get the group spawns. And you actually see one spawn out on the camo, so that's because Renegade works his way here to the key door. Now, flanking through the bottom mid tunnel system, and I wonder if Rebellion expected.
Ooh, look at that. Suppress gets the back smack on him. Looked like he was going to try to jump top tower, get that high ground, but Suppress is already there, and rightfully so. Most important part of the map to hold, especially if you're overlooking that seaside. And suddenly Rebellion have life. They're looking pretty good in this moment. They've got a few extra points on the board. They're also flipping A, 3 dead for GBX. Looks like a potential trip cap opportunity. Renegade's got the camo. He's going to try to make a play with it.
Expecting dummy door spawns here for GBX after the A, B, C trip cap in hold for Rebellion. We saw a previous trip cap for GBX, but that lasted a nanosecond, and this one might just last a couple seconds as GBX are working on a trip cap of their own. Unbelievable. A, B, and C momentarily were flipping in favor of them, and they immediately take back map control, Eli. Immediately take back control of this lead, heading into the 200s.
It's kind of what we saw in King of the Hill, right? It felt like when Rebellion were getting map control, GBX just coming off spawn so fast and just hitting some shots, hitting a timing, finding their way into the parts of the map that matter. And Rebellion have not had a significant hold yet in the last couple games.
Nothing's been able to stick. Even the spiker throws they're landing, or excuse me, throwing, are not landing, not sticking, as Mental has Has the QT to work with, could get out of dodge, but no, he elects to play for the trade, and another massive pop-off there. Not sure who exactly it was in the feed. I think it's Renegade once again. This has been fun to listen to.
I mean, he's statistically doing the best in the lobby. 17 and 13, 8 assists to his name as well. Everyone really putting up solid numbers besides Bound. Bound having a struggle of a game so far.
Wow.
And it's not something we're used to seeing from him. I think that if he kind of gets his footing and gets more comfortable in this game, that could be even worse for Rebellion. Right now, though, they've got a trip cap. They've got a few kills as well, but how are they going to apply pressure to the spawner so they can maintain that scoring position?
Yeah, what would this game look like if Bound was 14 and 17? However, Bound doesn't necessarily need the stats in the top left or right of your scoreboard to have an impact on the map. He draws so much attention, so much respect. As a little bit of oohs and ahs there. The trade reversal goes through. 3 go down, make it all 4 for Rebellion. But GBX have a numbers disadvantage to worry about now, as it's now an even 2v2, 3v3 as things reset.
Wow, that shot was so lined up, but suppressed. Or I'm not sure which player that was. Player in B hits Renegade out of scope just in time to save his life. Right now, Renegade gonna just chill top tower for now. Wants to get map control. This lead has started to dwindle away. Rebellion have come back. He doesn't want to overextend, give away the sniper, and potentially lose the game for it. But as he sits top tower, his entire team dies. He's unable to have an impact on the map at all. He can now protect Camo, but he's going to miss those shots, and it just feels like all the resources are dwindling. He will take down Suppress, but not without trading out, and Rebellion look good to come back.
This all started with Cycle, the one who Renegade's been targeting with the trash talk. Cycle makes the heads-up veteran decision to not push for the camo that looked to be for free. Instead, he pushes out onto Cut to get some shots, some D-scope shots onto Renegade, allows his teammate for Rebellion to grab the camo instead. And Rebellion, they might just re-grab this lead only 20 seconds back after previously being down 130.
Wow, Suppress with a huge double kill as well. It's now 4 dead again, and they're going to go for the trip cap. They're going to force these spawners to spawn over at the OS turbine, camo turbine. And this is not what you want to be if you are GBX. They are able to get control of A, but for how long? Mental is approaching with the sniper and doing heavy damage. Despite flipping A, Rebellion take the lead and control of the map.
That's huge. Mental, if he goes down there, it's 3 down for Rebellion, only 1 down for GBX. Instead, he finds a way to find an even 2v2 gunfight, and now that trickles down. The fork in the road splits, and 3 go down for GBX. Shopify, Rebellion have stolen this lead. Will they steal the match?
This is unbelievable stuff. This was a huge lead for GBX, but maybe that trash talk woke Rebellion up a little bit because they are suddenly playing so much better. Renegade does get a massive double kill though, and if he can convert B, he can put his team back in scoring position. But it's Cycle!
Cycle!
He said, yeah, you can talk, but how about this grenade?
Letting his frag do the talking. Love to see that from Cycle. He's going toe-to-toe with one of the best Halo players of all time, but he previously goes down. A couple shaky shots, maybe overheats after getting the kill on Renegade. There's this emotional element here in Grassroots Halo on LAN. You love to see it. 3 go down for GBX. Only 1 for Rebellion, and this could be the finishing touch on a 2-2 tie series.
This new sniper goes straight into the hands of Renegade, and if he can put it to work, this could be what they need to come back. They've only got 10 seconds of Rebellion scoring time to work with. Legend getting a kill is massive, but Cycle takes him down. 3v3 on the map momentarily. Renegade needs to find a way into the action. Land a body shot, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh!
Bound going to clean up both of those, and Renegade trying to take the game into his own hands.
Only Renegade could get you out of your seat with a couple assists. Love to see it. There we go. That's a kill. A full slate. No scope. Another no scope. The third no scope we've seen. 246 to 207. And GBX are mounting a comeback of their own with a trip cap here. It could spell trouble for Rebellion. And the complexion of this series changes so much from 3-1 to 2-2. Rebellion gotta have it, and they do. ANC in their favor. And it looks like with Soul Snipe, he'll shut the door on a Game 4 victory. We have that 2-2 series tie, Eli. And what a difference that makes. You go down 3-1. You start thinking about the reset. You got to win 4 games next. You got to win 3 in a row. I just don't think they can do it. Now it's anybody's game.
GBX would be on the brink of winning the tournament.
Excuse me, GBX on the brink. So Shopify would need 3 wins in a row. But they start thinking about winning the 4 games in next reset. You get ahead of yourself a little bit, as did I. And now we have an entirely different series active. What did we just witness?
Honestly, I think it was a mixture of a couple of things. I think an uncharacteristic game out of bound. You know, I think he started to hit a couple shots towards the end there, but I believe he ended 11 and 24, 13 and 25. So not something we're used to seeing out of him. I don't expect that to continue in the next game. And then when you start to see Renegade with that snipe hitting the shots towards the end is when things became a little bit more possible. So I think it's a mixture of that, but got to give a shout out to Rebellion. They were very confident in that game. They looked like they were firing all cylinders at all times. They were always pressuring. You saw they were always pushing forward. And I think they showed a little bit of confidence there.
Look at the damage disparity, Eli. 2 players with 7,000 plus damage for Rebellion. Nobody above 65, 6,600 for GBX. Was that just a mathematical factor, or was there something more to it?
I mean, damage output is absolutely a big deal, especially in strongholds. I mean, you get a guy weak, he doesn't feel comfortable to stay in the stronghold, so maybe Suppress and Mental just forcing GBX out of the play a few times here and there makes the difference. But I mean, can we talk about how big this comeback was? It was GBX 190 to what, 40-ish?
Yeah.
When Shopify gets control and they just ride it out to the end. What did you see that maybe Shopify was doing differently between the first half of the game and the last half of the game?
Honestly, it was just a lot of aggression, right? I think that Shopify, being one of the fastest teams in the league, they tend to, you know, again, like we talked about, not believe in themselves. When you don't believe in yourself, you don't have that confidence, you're not really pressing forward. You're maybe sitting back on a couple plays that you should be taking space, and you're not, you know, necessarily capitalizing on the damage that your teammates do, because maybe you think that you're exposing too many angles, or maybe you're not trusting the communication. But in this regard, you saw right there at the very end, it was Soul Snipe with a triple. I truly think that he looks good, or it looked good that entire game, at least as the comeback happened. And if they can continue on that type of confidence in themselves, I think we have a good match here. There was a lot of talk on that main stage. You know, a lot of hype talk from Renegade, and it was Rebellion that shut it all down in that game.
What a series this has been, tied to all and tied in the Livefire Grand Prix 1-1. This Livefire oddball could go the distance, and the winner of this, you could argue, has the winner's edge towards taking this grand finals. And it's on again. Shopify Rebellion to reset the bracket. GBX previously, after that emotional victory in game 1, 4 flag scores on Aquarius in 90 seconds to come back when Shopify had the flag on the flag stump 2 feet away from scoring, and riding off game 1 that probably wouldn't have even been talked about afterwards. Instead, it's something we'll be talking about for a long time, and even plays into HCS London, right? I mean, talk about that headspace, Eli, going into a LAN tournament. A little shaky having a loss like that, but we got no time for talk. It's time to start shooting. Tusk with shots through the main middle of the map. Cycle takes the high side of Snipe Tower, and I didn't know how I'd feel about 3 live fires in a row. I'm kind of liking it. The games have been incredible. Here we go. GBX win the opening break, though. But Mental gets a double, potential triple to reset things. No, GBX will get that oddball, but you already got Cycle pushing through the tunnels. Repulsor sends that grenade back. Legend cleans it up, grabs the snipe, but can't prevent Soul Snipe from grabbing the camo.
Enemy has the ball.
If you recall, the player that sat up here and decided on both the first and this third live fire was Mental. Mental said, yeah, let's do a live fire oddball after we had already picked 2, and you see why. I mean, this man is super confident with that S7 sniper. He's confident in his teammates' use of the S7 as well, but tell you what, man, on the other side, if you give this sniper to Renegade, Bound, Legend, literally any of these guys, Tusk is also a phenomenal sniper too. If any of these other guys get the sniper, you start to regret it, but so far, Rebellion do have the early lead. The ammo of that S7 has been burned out, and now both teams are just going to try to fight for space.
Soul Snipe trying to teach Bound the lesson to check in your corners, but Soul Snipe falls off the map, and I think I heard a very loud expletive after that. Soul Snipe not happy with himself, but happy with this lead that Rebellion have built off the start, 33-5.
It is a little frustrating. I feel like I've been in that exact spot, and I feel like I'm like an inch away from being able to clamber. And I'm like, the game's not going to give me a clamber? Like, please, let me stay on the map. But finds his way off. But I feel like if he doesn't move the way he did, maybe he doesn't win that fight. So
good point.
Could have been a trade either way.
13 and rolling now, 15-16 to 33 as GBX have cut this lead in half. Legend, previously we saw him on the Nest side at Eli. That goes back to that conversation we had at the beginning of this grand finals where by game 3, these guys are going to have their spots picked out, where they like to play and where they like to play their best, as we see that from Legend. Goes down on the cuts, but now for helping trade out another 2v2 even gunfight. And this is where the cream really rises to the top. When it's an even gunfight 2v2, who's able to find the OBJ efficiency? For now, it looks like Rebellion.
Rebellion then decide to play the ball, so they actually milk a little bit of time at the same time that they reset the situation. They've got spawners that have already made their way across top middle to apply extra pressure, and look at this. Mental, the multitasking that Rebellion is doing. They're simultaneously going for the ball. At the same time, they apply pressure to other parts of the map so the ball guy can get away. And so far, Rebellion just playing most of these situations a little bit better than GBX.
I think Mental heard the communication in his headset that Renegade had made it away with the camo on cut. So Mental looked like he was set up for that skill jump to get up to sandbags, maybe work the oddball into A and then B, but now instead on the other side it's Legend with the triple kill. Great flank, great shots as he takes down 3, and wonder almost if Mental should have just let Renegade go with that camo. Would have had more oddball time, but instead it's GBX with more of it and the lead.
I like this play from Legend. So he gets 3 dead, immediately decides to just crouch next to that turbine, knows that Rebellion is likely to spawn in A and try to rotate out of A. Now that he doesn't see anyone coming on this side, he's going to now flank through sandbags as Tusk has the sniper top tower. Like I said, don't forget about this guy. He can also snipe with the best of them and wisely chucks it off the map as he gets taken down. That's going to deny one of those performance parameters on the side of Rebellion.
Guys like Ryan, guys like Tusk seem to instantaneously, there's no hesitation in, do I want to burn snipe? Am I going to maybe try to hit the shot? No, play the smart play. Play the numbers. And we see exactly that from Tusk. Had a lot of shots left, so if you give that up, and that could be, it could spell trouble. But Rebellion for now, don't have the snipe, but they do have the oddball back in their hands. 56 tied all, but we're going to stick with it. All right, tied. 56 all. 3 go down for GBX. Make it 4. If Renegade can stay alive, he elongates his life, but that actually might force a split staggered spawn for GBX. Rebellion can pounce on this opportunity.
Yeah, they've also located the first set of spawners, so rotating and applying pressure to those players. Suppressed. Gonna pick off one player, gets an assist, making another 3 dead. Suppressed. Back on a heater. This man, when he starts to heat up, I feel like he's borderline unstoppable. Finally does get taken down, but that entire play leads to so much ball time for Rebellion. They've almost closed this round out.
Big win there for Renegade, but was it big enough? As the last Spartan standing, he takes down 1, but needs to find 2, 3, or 4 for Rebellion, as they only need 12 more seconds. GBX down by about 20 or so. An early oddball grab there from Soul Snipe allows Tusk to grab it, but you could argue Tusk did the same. Now it's Mental with it. Can he get into A? Yes, he does. Renegade now has to overextend and push and press. Doesn't matter what the number situation looks like. But he's got the camo, and you almost wonder if that delayed the push that he needs to make. 92-56.
The rotation is perfect from Mental. This guy is playing on another level. It's 4 dead, but the ball stays on the map. So excellently played from Rebellion first round. Like I said, GBX made a lot of good plays, but it just felt like Rebellion was barely outplaying them in every situation.
Oh, man, do we have a heavyweight slugfest here. Unbelievable series so far. Not only has the series been back and forth, but every moment within the games themselves feel back and forth. As GBX had a lead, everybody had a little bit of a lead there, but Rebellion ultimately take round number 1, now looking to win. The opening break as Cycle works his way through the tunnel side, stays alive, reshields at the perfect time. Now Suppressed on the cuts, has a full snipe to work with.
I think he must have heard Bound here, turns around, hits him with the no-scope headshot, and Suppressed heating up, almost hits the quick scope on Tusk. That would have been unbelievable, but ultimately that sniper is still on the ground unless Mental is grabbing it. You have to think he's probably going for it. Nice melee into QT combo, but yes, Mental did pick up the snipe, and he's got the camo to make it even more effective.
Mental sees that QT from Legend as a second opportunity, but Legend works his way back to the small door, makes a big play, has the snipe back in his hands with 3 shots to work with. Overkill! Extermination! Legend with the play of the weekend!
Oh my God, no shields, quick scope to the brain for the X-term. This guy is unbelievable. Are you kidding?
Oh my God, that was sick, unbelievable, but Legend goes down shortly after, and that's so big for Rebellion. All right, you can take your montage clip. We'll take the win, noob.
You've heard that before, huh?
Yeah. Sorry, that was personal. Ogre 2, I love you, dude. Legend now working his way right back to the small door. Unbelievable previous quick scope for the over. That's going to be played over and over again. But for now, we got a game to play. Legend with another double kill. Looking for a triple. He might just go back-to-back. Overkill! He does not. Suppress takes him instead, but Legend is on fire.
Can you imagine 2 overkills in a minute? That would have been completely insane. I don't know if we've ever seen that, but they do finally take him down. They got to stop the fire that's burning around Legend right now. Get the fire extinguisher out, because this man is insane right now. Look at the way he's playing his positioning. Makes himself the most difficult kill, just wastes so much of Rebellion's time. And despite all these heroics from Legend, you'd think that GBX should have some more ball time.
At least past the 30-second mark. I know we're close at 25, but every inch, every second, every slay, so critical here in the grand finals as we rightfully switch back to Legend's POV, but he goes down shortly after, and there you go, Eli. There's a little bit of that fire extinguisher coming off a heater. You gotta now prioritize Legend, but there's a lot of priorities you can take for this GBX roster. You don't want any of these guys to pop off. But Rebellion, just like you talked about, mitigate that insane over into triple, and now it's Rebellion who could be looking at the lead instead.
Yeah, just great oddball rotations, honestly. They're taking it to the safest part of the map time and time again, winning the fights that matter around the oddball. Who cares if you get to overkill if it's on around the other side of the map? Got to be able to convert that into some ball time. So far, Rebellion have converted, just a few double kills into significant amounts of ball time. So excellent heads-up awareness and IGLing on that side.
Cycle has been playing so well. Even if he's not positive, he's getting the most assists for this Rebellion roster, really opening up opportunities, time and space for guys like Mental and Soul Snipe to take advantage of. And don't forget about Suppress. 2 down on each side for now as Tusk looks to work his way through on the nest. He has 2 to worry about, though, and in that 1v2 does not have the numbers he needs. Suppress takes him down. 3 go down for GBX, and Rebellion do, in fact, have the lead, Eli. Wow.
Insane stuff. It's got to kind of hurt if you're Legend right now, right? Like, how much more do I have to do? It's just, the guy's going insane right now. Mental, he's got a sniper of his own. If Pound is going to pick it up for now, does he drop it for Legend at this point? I don't know.
Pound with his best Legend impersonation. Like we saw there from Eli, love that. But 4 go down, and this is unbelievable. You would have thought all the momentum, all the energy, all the slays were on the side of GBX. But now the lead has doubled for Rebellion. Now they need a Killionaire from Legend to get back in this, it feels like. Rebellion are playing so objectively efficient.
Exactly right. Bound here in a war with Shell from the Portal series. Mental going to try to stay alive.
Oh,
misses the melee, a little bit of T-Rex arms there. But GBX are still fighting. They do have the ball currently, a couple of slays to their name, but they need an airtight setup. It seems like when they do get the ball, Rebellion are just speeding their way into the engagement.
and I want to see it. Oh, I love to see it. Here we go. 3-4-3's new feature where you can start off where you left off, 50 to 30. Eli, this is so good. I'm not good at math. I would have had trouble counting all this up, but instead we know exactly where we left off, 50 to 30. Rebellion have a lead in this round and this game 5.
And they've switched the sides here just to make sure that the spawns are fair as well. So should we go to a third round, they would be in the correct spawn position. That's important as well. Soul Snipe with a nice no-scope beatdown trade out with Tusk. And so far, neither team able to get control of the ball, but it's Shopify now rotating it out, but Legend is here to stop it with that camo play.
Back against the wall, double kill. How does he land these shots despite being 1 HP, and he's got nowhere to work with on the map? Unbelievable. Legend making plays, play after play, and active. You brought up a great point previously. Legend now with that oddball, that's what he's known for. Not only fragging out, but he's the OBJ mastermind for this GBX and SSG roster. Good to see him get back to his steez as we get back into the action.
Right now, looks like Rebellion looking pretty good here. And GBX looking good in the reset, because they've now brought it back. Started this 20 seconds down, now tying it up. They're getting some extra kills. Suppressed though, getting that trade on Tusk should slow down Rebellion, or GBX at least a little bit. But Suppress trying to stay alive here on the next.
Renegade finds the fisticuffs reversal for the Slay, and now starting to roll out of control a little bit here. You could blink and this round 2 could be over. Fortunately for Rebellion, they had the round 1 win, so this would send us to that round 3 that we predicted it would go all the distance, all the way, as Renegade finds another way to find another Slay, but Suppressed on the backside of Mud sets up Rebellion for a chance to maybe even up the gunfight. Trades out. That's going to be not necessarily a trade win, but at least a even trade at that for now. Rebellion, though, need to find the 20 seconds GBX previously found, because that's the deficit they're staring at.
Right, I mean, Legend got 45 seconds during that run, so GBX coming out with some fire here. Finally, Rebellion has some control, but can they hold it that long? You do need 38 seconds to close out the round, but you know GBX are rushing and barreling towards them. Nade gonna go wide. Almost hit some team damage, but Cycle's gonna get a kill and wisely back out of this play.
Renegade was very weak after that. So too was Cycle, and he did a great job to disengage, allow Mental to clean up a one-shot Renegade, and now Rebellion are one hold away from regaining the lead. Mental trying to stop that push through the big door. He's got camo, and he's able to get away if he reshields, repositions. Curious how much time he has left. It feels like he's within the single-digit threshold, and that might force him to make a play a little sooner than later, but no, he's going to play his process perfectly. Throw the chase grenade, and it's going to take down Legend as the camo diminishes. Perfect play here from Mental.
But Renegade and Tusk get a couple of kills when they need it most. If they were to go down in that moment, Rebellion could very well just end this game right here, right now, but 3 of them go down. GBX going to get the hold. This new sniper is coming up. How does Legend survive with the Gandhi hop? Don't see that as often in this game, but that tech is from Halo 2. Shout out to Gandhi.
Is this lockout or live fire, Eli? Because that was incredible from Legend. He was dead to rights. And this might just flip the match. This might just flip round 2. Previously, Rebellion went up with 83 seconds, but now GBX have 90. 10 seconds away from a round 3 is bound. Pushes up through the cuts. 3 up on each side of the map. Rebellion closer to it. And GBX are going to need a couple more slays before they retain control of this oddball on the C platform. But 2 go down for GBX. Bound has to stay alive here. He goes down, and none of the nades take down either of the members of Rebellion. Massive chance for Rebellion to tie things up or regain the lead in the endgame. And if they take round 2, Eli, they take a 3-2 lead in the series.
How did Soul Snipe survive that? He's just jumping up and down, just bounce. Vertical sensitivity not high enough, apparently, to even find the headshot. But people talk about jumping being bad in this game, but these guys are just hopping around like bunny rabbits, and it's working.
Let's fucking go!
There it is. There we go.
All right, here we go. Game number 6 is live. Rebellion with a 3-2 lead in this series. Renegade with the snipe.
Who's got the snipe on the other side? It's probably Mental, right? This guy is known for hitting those snipes, but look at the pressure. Renegade immediately gets shut down. That's a huge victory variable right now for Rebellion. If they can steal that sniper and get it out of the base, that could be even better.
Mental, and this is huge. He's pushed up to the 50-yard line with 8 shots in that snipe. So he could either go on a run here, or he could give opportunity back to GBX, and you do not want to do that. Tusk takes down Suppressed, numbers advantage for GBX, but Mental holds the line and holds the snipe.
So smart the way he plays with snipe, and I think this is the primary reason that they have him as the sniper, is he knows how to position himself to stay alive with it. You know he's not going to give it up for free. Notices a couple teammates are going down, so he's going to back up. Renegade's going to push up with his sniper, which is a bit higher risk, but also higher reward strategy.
The dichotomy of 2 different players. Renegade, he holds forward like a bull on a china shop. Mental takes his pace, takes his space, and lies in wait. And because of that strategy difference, holds onto the snipe just a little bit longer, but Legend ultimately takes him down. Both snipers go down, and the match resets after 1 minute.
He also had stacked the ammo of Renegade sniper. Suppress tried to pick it up, but look at this. Renegade comes right back. He said, "This is my sniper. What are you doing, sir?" I'll be taking that back. And what can he do with it? If he can get a single spawn snipe, or just, you know, shut down one player, Bound gets a kill on the other side, add a headshot snipe to that, and this could be a flag out.
Well, we didn't expect much similarity from Livefire to Argyle, but that's been one thing that has remained true. Renegade, after dying with the snipe, you switch to his POV, and he's got it back in his hands somehow. So Renegade, he wants it in his hands. He's confident with in his hands, and you see why there as he lands. Oh! Double kill headshot! That's exactly why Renegade ran back for the snipe.
That was disgusting. No shields, no problem. The mid-air jumping headshot, the reaction time needed to hit that as well. That was incredible. This guy out of snipe ammo now, so significantly less powerful, you would argue, but no, he's still going to be raining down fire. Make it a killing spree, 5 in a row. Legend gets 1 as well, but this is the story, right? They're popping off with kills, but only now is that flag being pulled. Have to wonder if maybe they could have pulled it a little bit sooner, that objective efficiency coming into question here.
Renegade working his way towards another snipe rifle. And this is big. Stealing the snipe of the opposition, or at least an opposition with an opportunity to take it. That was Suppressed, but Suppressed not going to have a chance at it. Neither is Mental if he gets a little antsy here and pushes forward. Weak at no shields. Renegade with a chase grenade, but he does not clean up on Mental. Now re-engages. How confident is Renegade?
Wow.
And he takes on Mental. Close range despite having the snipe. It's like he thinks he has a shotgun in his hand instead.
Might as well be, man. This guy is just barrel stuffing his opponents with the sniper, just rotating around the back of their base. Can he hit another? No, they soul snipe with the movement. This guy always going to be one of the harder no-scopes to hit, the way he moves his Spartan on the map. But the damage was done. At the same time, there's no flag movement at all. Flag is still comfortably back at home, and we're just going to reset the situation. Bound now with his team sniper. And what can he do with it?
Oh! Whiplash! No scope! Sends Soul Snipe back to the respawn screen. Soul Snipe had plans to move all the way across the map. Instead, he's stationary for now, looking at a black screen, and now respawn once again, Bound with, I was going to say the snipe of the match, snipe of this tournament. I don't know, it still goes to Legend, but that was pretty sweet.
I mean, Bound, Legend, and Renegade have now all hit insane highlight snipes in just the last couple of games. Renegade going to be cheeky with the grapple, but Suppress is like, no, sir. You will not.
Suppressed! From the depths of the bottom of hell, rises back up top and has a chance to defend his flag, but he's not going to have to. They took down 2 for GBX, and how did Suppressed stay alive?
His melee momentum must have launched him off, but grabs the grapple off of Renegade's body mid-air and uses it to save himself. I mean, just the presence of mind to recognize the situation and your only option. Massive stuff from Suppressed, and look how fast he's got this flag out.
The irony that Suppressed would rise from the depths of hell like Lucifer, but it's Bound, or excuse me, it's Renegade on the other side, who's the demon in HCS. What a dichotomy of personalities there on display as Suppressed gets the better of the demon in this lobby, looking like one himself. Flags out on both sides here, and here's where things get a little mixy, Eli.
New snipers just came up as well, so both teams kind of going to be distracted by that, but as this flag goes in, can Mental put this sniper to work? It's not even going to need it for the first kill, but the second one, that snipe falls off and the flag gets returned. Will both flags get returned? Looks like GBX flag is still on the side of Rebellion. Soul Snipe does get the touch. That was so close to returning. And if they can get this return, they'll get the first cap on the board.
Rebellion inches away from both the reset and the first score, and that flag is going to get reset. Bound has a couple of shots lined up, but it's not going to be enough as Rebellion take a 1-0 lead halfway through this match, and we see another no-scope from Bound, but can they turn it into points?
These guys are making a montage in just the grand finals alone. All these no-scope headshots, putting those ragdoll physics to work. Soul Snipe going to see if he can create another highlight. He is known to hit them himself as well. He's currently 12 and 11, highest kills on his team right now.
Soul Snipe with the snipe. Got the QT to work with as well. He could work his way down and then back up to the high ground. That's exactly what we're going to see here. He feels safe to go low. I wouldn't normally advise this with the snipe in your hands, but when you can get right back on top, this is actually a great play. Soul Snipe pushing on through, looking to finish off that damage onto Renegade. And he finds him, doesn't kill him. And as soon as Renegade started putting shots, Soul Snipe QT back up top. That's a lot of respect.
I mean, it's smart too. There is a small wind-up time, right? So you've got to push the button a little bit early. I'm sure a lot of you guys in matchmaking will be like, it didn't even work. I clicked the button. Yeah, well, you didn't account for the wind-up time, sir. All right, you got to press it a little bit early.
Chat catching strays on sea, on air, and now on land as Soul Snipe pushes his way through and has a chance to pull another flag. Looking like offense is the best form of defense here for Rebellion.
Absolutely. I mean, how could your opponent pull your flag if they can't even get out of their base? As Rebellion have been applying max pressure, mental over here on the pistol side, and if you can keep them pinned, they could maybe even get another flag.
Getting a little ahead of myself, but if we do reset, do we do another veto duel?
Yes.
Oh God, this is so exciting. Something to consider, man. Love all the chances and risks that LVT Halo takes with these tournaments to try something new. Whether it's, what did we have? We had not pool play, but it's the, I'm drawing a blink on it, Eli. What was it? The round robin or
yes, round robin,
round
FFA.
robin, and FFA, and just all new formats, all new rules. Love to see it as the competition's still just as stiff as ever. Bound takes down his opponent to 1 HP, but Soul Snipe gets the better of him. GG's. Rebellion have the lead, and it feels like control.
Yeah, but GBX do have the flag out for now. Legend getting a kill right now is a good time to do so. Tusk can stay alive with his sniper. It's got 7 bullets left as well. Might decide to jump off the map here. He's going to repulse and then reposition. I think yes now decides time for the sniper to go off the map. Wise decision, does not want to give Rebellion extra opportunities to apply pressure.
It was the Swiss format LVT Halo tried in the offseason. There we go. I just wanted to bring attention to all the cool things that LVT Halo are doing as Tusk. Man, this has been an incredible series. Tusk gets taken down, though, by Soul Snipe. And in a 2v2 situation, it looks like the mid-map being vied for. Legend, G slides through, has the communication from Tusk onto Soul Snipe, and he cleans him up.
Great shots. So far, Tusk having a rougher time in this game. Does have 11 assists, though. Can't count that. Can't discount that. Now 12. Bound is going to clean up another one of the kills that he started, but Bound 17 and 13, Legend 18 and 14. These guys are putting up massive numbers. Renegade 18 and 11. They have not been able to convert these kills into a flag cap just yet.
Legend takes down Suppressed. Nice drop there, stays alive. A couple of grenades, you can hear chasing him out, but he's in a good enough spot to survive that. 1v1 with Cycle, and Cycle gets the better of Legend. Cycle, after all that trash talk from Renegade, Eli, dare I say, he's been playing even better than before when Renegade have enough reasons to talk that trash initially.
Impressive level of confidence from the young man. I mean, he's I can't keep track of how young these people are anymore, man. Somewhere below 20 is Cycle, and he's got a lot of confidence for his age. I mean, he's able to stand up to the bully of the block that happens to be Renegade in this moment. Renegade is a nice guy, by the way. He's not actually a bully, but in game, he kind of comes off that way.
That's why his nickname is the Demon. And another young gun in this lobby that a lot of people don't expect. They feel like he's a veteran. He's already got a LAN championship under his belt. It's Legend, who is 20 years old. So we're seeing some of the youngest and best competition in Halo live on the main stage here in Orlando as Legend pushes on through, spots the left shoulder of Cycle. Legend takes down the other young gun on the other side, and this could spell a potential push through for GBX, but no, Mental looking to mitigate that with the use of the snipe. 7 shots to work with once again, and Eli, this is where he said Mental's at his best. He's not likely to give this resource up to GBX. And this is a great example of it right here. Goes down to low HP and makes sure that he can throw it off into the abyss if he does get pushed once again. But looks like Mental's going to rejoin the fight. Suppressed with a snipe as well. This is looking dangerous for GBX.
Suppressed with a little bit of team damage there with the nade, but Soulsnipe picks up 2 without a snipe. So the one guy on the squad that's currently alive that doesn't have a sniper is getting a double kill, and 2 guys around him that have snipes. This does not look good for GBX right now, but Bound finds a way to kill Suppressed despite getting body shot, and that's 3 dead. I was just talking about how good the conditions look for Rebellion, and GBX have flipped the whole map on its head.
Soul Snipe was the last Spartan standing for Rebellion, but he does a great job to stay alive. Oh, a little Achilles heel shot potentially for Renegade, but he's not going to get that shot with the arrow. This time to snipe. Legend now with the flag in his hands. Less than 1 to go, and Legend needs to be the Legend we know he is. Takes on Soul Snipe, takes on Cycle, takes down Cycle, takes down Soul Snipe for the double kill! And 3 go down for Rebellion, but Mental with a huge play as again the last Spartan standing doesn't allow Legend to go on the run, and if he did, Eli, it could be a 1-1 tie.
Legend's accuracy and movement throughout that entire engagement was absolutely out of this world. But you're exactly right. I mean, to shut him down, don't give him a chance to hit the crazy curb slide flag run. We've all seen the highlights. This man runs flags faster than Usain Bolt runs the 100-meter dash, but Mental here Last bullet of snipe has been used. 13 seconds on the clock, and all Rebellion have to do is play defense.
This is for the series. 10 seconds left. Desperation reeking in the air as GBX, you expect them to push on through. There goes Bound, there goes Legend, and Suppress seeing the situation perfectly so. Baits in the sleigh, gets the win in your Grand Finals #1 active. We're going to a Grand Finals too.
Grand Finals has been reset. So we have to get another round of pick and bans, but this time it's really just going to be picks because a couple stipulations from last time. We can't play a map that we've played before. So in front of you, you're going to see 2 best of 7s. One that's going to be the new one and one that was the old. So you take a look over here. Our new series is going to start on King of the Hill. We're going to start with Bound over here, and it's going to be Eli, the ninja, that's going to be explaining the process to both our players here today.
I think that you guys kind of understand how this is going to go. There's only so many game types left. We don't want to. We're obviously not going to play another live fire Grand Prix like we did in the last series. So first game type is going to be King of the Hill, and Bound, you've got first pick.
Solitude.
So going Solitude, King of the Hill, game 1. Game 2 is going to be a Slayer. Billy, what do you got? And live fire is still on the table for this one.
Yeah, okay. We'll pick live fire then.
Okay. Bound. Game 3 is Strongholds. You can pick between.
Recharge.
Okay, we got Recharge.
I didn't even need a second. He knew what the
He's
fuck
already
was
thought
up.
about it.
I'm not picking interference. I'm good on the interference.
Game 4 is going to be Oddball. What you got, Billy?
Let's go Streets.
Streets
Pick
Oddball.
Streets,
Slayer once again. Bound.
What did we play last series? We
Last
played
series
Recharge?
we played a Recharge Slayer.
I can't repick, right?
You can't repick
Recharge and live fire is off the table.
Okay, Solitude again.
No, last time there was some complaints that we played live fire 4 times in a row, but it seems like
Well, it's not in a row.
Oh, okay. I see.
now
It's
not
a
in a
little
row.
different when
Yeah,
you do it.
yeah.
I understand.
it's a
I
little
understand. Okay,
Change,
Eli.
yeah. All right, and then Billy, you can pick between Forbidden and Aqua CTF.
We'll pick Aqua.
And what's going to be the last Slayer? Bound.
What's my options?
So let's pull out the best of 7
like
once again.
Streets
We might only have one option left.
Streets and Aquarius are your last option.
Streets.
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Okay, Bound. So last time we had 4 live fires. Now we're going to have 2 Solitudes in a game. And then we end the series with 2 Aquariuses in a row.
Oh, it's 2 in a row? Oh, no, I don't think we should. Should we do 2 in a row?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your pick. I just wanted to say, you know, like last time I heard some complaints about live fire. It's, you know.
Or if you guys want, we could maybe flip the order.
No, it's fine. They're fine. I just want Bound to confirm. You want 2 Aquarius in a row?
Yes, sure. We'll do
Hey,
that, sure.
2 Aquarius in a row. That's it. You know, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here, folks. We're gonna get back to it. Bound, y'all played really well, but it just wasn't enough this time. What's the strategy as you guys go back in?
I think we're just going to get our confidence back a little bit. I think we're just kind of just like, we're up 2-1 and we're still like the live fires in a row. I think we're just kind of a little bit foot off the gas and just need to put our foot back on the gas.
Well, Mental, I mean, obviously, you feel like that was the truth, or are you guys just on the next level?
Yeah, that's definitely the truth. I mean, it goes for us as well. We just need to make sure we're giving our all every single map. So.
Yep.
All right, guys, one more best of 7 determines it all. Who's going to be the champion? You'll find out after this break. We're going to get these boys back on the main stage.
I think that this game type definitely favors a team that's a little bit more practiced because you're going to have, more setups. You're going to know how to break setups, come off spawn in different situations. But on the other side, you got some of the best Solitude players to ever play the game. So it's really hard to say on this one.
All right, let's get right into this one. GBX coming out with these initial slays. Bound able to put 2 onto the board and camouflage in their possession. But Shopify Rebellion getting themselves the shock rifle. And I think this weapon's really what's going to determine so much in this game.
Rebellion have put so much faith in Mental when it comes to these snipers and shocks, and you're seeing why. Perfect kill right over toward the snipe side, holding down the C side of the map as Rebellion look to approach that mid. GBX may have a slight lead on this hill, but Rebellion, they're pushing forward, and they also found themselves a balance.
A shot by Rebellion, they have this shock rifle. They're finding impressive kills, but they're not getting any hill time out of this. Would love to see them be a little bit more efficient with these kills, getting into that bottom center of the map. So far, it seems as if they're too preoccupied in ensuring that everything goes right, rather than being a little scrappy when you need to be.
That's like we normally talk about Shopify Rebellion and their objective efficiency right now. Maybe they are doing a bit of overslaying. Right now, we do know Tusk taken down to the low ground. We're seeing some more time on the board for GBX. A perfect run here could lead to a 1-0 and 3 down go Rebellion. GBX, they're still in the hill.
This is incredible from GBX. It seems as if they have no fear when it comes to getting down into that bottom half of the map. Shopify Rebellion keeping it pushed off these high power positions by players on these crosses. It's a powerful combination for GBX that allows them to secure this first hill without much action from Shopify Rebellion at all.
Camouflage about to come up. 1-0 lead for GBX. Rebellion not only have to get GBX off of this yard site, off of that tram site, but on top of that, they want to grab a hold of Camouflage. Lots of responsibility for them. Step 1 done. Cycle does have the camo, but you still need the slays onto GBX.
Well, Camouflage is the great equalizer, but it's not going to buy you position on the map. It can give you some better timing as you can find your way past players. Bound, though, he has a strong nose, but not a good enough shot to take down Cycle. Double kill for him, and here comes the floodgates. Rebellion are flooding into the base. Tusk tries to run away. The man is slippery, but you cannot hide. Cycle putting 5 on the respawn screen.
Tusk buying a lot of time for his team to come off a spawn and maybe take some space to the blue side, but they have not broken the setup of Rebellion. They stand strong through the defenses of Shopify at the moment. Cycle wants to lock down this perimeter after Soul Snipe goes down both players to one shot, but that was a great grenade by Renegade.
GBX just like that, back into a power position. You see all the players playing on the backside. Legend getting this double kill will mean Rebellion will be down numbers into this fight. It'll be 3 in a row for Legend as he knows where these next spawners are. And look how aggressive Bound is on that backside. It allows them to be preoccupied. Lets Renegade get away with the shock rifle as they get a great chunk of time. Now it comes down just to individual execution. Can Renegade hit the shots to break the hill for one more time?
Rebellion finds up a few kills. Renegade gives his teammates the spawn over towards Tram, but they're still being sent right back to the respawn screen. That's another 3 down and another opportunity for Rebellion to finish it this time, tied up in 1 apiece. So Snipe already pressing the Snipe side of the map.
Just fantastic work from Shopify Rebellion to quell the storm. GBX had everything, knew the spawns, were pushing forward, but it's individual execution from Rebellion that handles the rest. With Camouflage coming up and Hill in the control of Shopify Rebellion, they're in a powerful position to take the next step. Cycle once again going to be the one that puts on the shroud, and here we go. Rebellion have a fantastic setup, and it's all going to come down to these slaves from Cycle.
Like you said, they were in fantastic position. They take advantage of that. They grab themselves with Camouflage. They put it to work. They get the slaves necessary. That leads to multiple down from GBX, but GBX apparently won't go down without a fight. Final player alive sitting toward the hill. You got a back player over towards Hotel that wants to make sure the blue side is cleared out. Legend staying alive like no man should. Excellent damage out of him. Here comes GBX.
Legend just fantastic at getting into the fight. One of the fastest players, if not the fastest player that you'll see in the HCS. It's going to be up to GBX to keep up with that speed. So far, he has 12 of their kills. Bound following him back behind with 11. It's really the combination of these two rooming with each other in Ohio that are really pushing GBX in this game.
Excellent time so far for Rebellion. As of right now, they're focusing on their slays. They want to make sure they get a clean 2 or 3 down before they commit to this hill when half the members of GBX being removed from the map. They're still ready. You see Renegade getting aggressive. Suppress gonna match that intensity. Excellent double kill out of him. Beautiful back smack. And then right to the high ground. No hesitation. Practically a triple on his way to a killing spree. Rebellion about to put 2 in a row.
You can be as good at the game as you are. You have the best shot, have the best position, but you can't cheat timing in the game. Suppress found himself at the right place, right time. He could have had blinders on. He still would have been able to get that double kill, but that comes from Game Smart's Halo IQ, puts him in that right position and allows Shopify Rebellion to go up a hill in this game and potentially get their 3rd camouflage in a row.
They say the only man undefeated is Father Time, so as of right now, like you said, not cheating at time whatsoever. In fact, suppressed. Grabbing a hold of both Camouflage and the Shock at the same time. Soul Snipe does end up going down. That was his duo that he was running with, but right back to the mid side he goes. A lot of time being accumulated here by GBX. He wants to make sure that Bound goes down. That's a big kill before things got out of hand. Perfect. Still has camo. Now wants to go towards Yard. Legend is playing that cover masterfully. Playing his life, eventually gets taken out. Not even suppressed, actually mental. He gets the nade off.
Suppress, trying to figure out if he wants to reload his gun. Went back and forth, but eventually the shock rifle gets the job done. And GBX trying to figure out how do we push into this hill. They decide to go right down the middle, try to flood through, go an immediate route. And although they get these opening kills, it could be the follow-up from Shopify Rebellion that stops them short, but Bound. Right place, right time, perfect flank. GBX now have plenty of space to work with. Shopify Rebellion spawning across Mordor, have an intense trek to get themselves back towards this hill.
One thing I'm noticing here with a minute and 9 seconds on the clock and up one hill right now are Rebellion. It feels like a must-win hill for GBX. If Rebellion win this, I would imagine they play time from here, right?
That's it. Yeah, you always play time. You go up 2, or even if you're close to going up 2, I think it's always the best way to get out of that hill and start to play time. In fact, if I'm Rebellion, I'm almost thinking right now, I start to play time. I'm never even stepping in this hill into the first place, and I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of high ground from Shopify Rebellion, trying to go GBX and pushing into this hill. That's when they'll pounce on the action.
Right now, busting through the front door, through the yard side, Rebellion come. And a double out of mental, some excellent damage onto the third. Legend, despite not being full shields, he has to make sure he plays this hill. Like we said, it seems like a must-win hill here for GBX. They know what's on the line. They're gonna finish it out. And Rebellion, they're forced to punt this hill. They're forced to rotate towards that net side.
All the work that GBX did early in the hill comes to fruition on the back half. All it took was one far spawn from Rebellion, spawning all the way at lift, and it basically made the trek untenable. Renegade able to follow up on that capture by getting themselves to camouflage, and what once looked like a lost game suddenly is theirs for the taking.
Yeah, this one, I'm not even paying attention to the clock at the moment. We're almost guaranteed an overtime. It may just be the next cap take it all. But no matter what, we're gonna see a bit of sudden death here as Renegade dropping down to the low ground. Couple players from Rebellion are trying to push through Tramp, trying to get through Glass and LR, and actually, we're actually taking a longer route through Blue. How do you feel about that?
I think that this is going to have to work. They're committing themselves towards this play, and when it has to work, it does. Rebellion send them forward, down. Legend spawning all the way across the map. Soul Snipe with the sniper to shut down the lanes. GBX are in trouble, and Soul Snipe has a virus to spread on.
About 30% done with this hill right now is Soul Snipe, and you have that shark player in the hill daring Tusk and GBX to push up, but a beautiful shot.
Just a fantastic work from GBX over on the LR side. They understand how spread they are in the map. They work in pairs. They give an absolute shock to the system of Rebellion setup. It breaks the players out, and now Renegade just needs to stand for a few more seconds. The shock rifle all but guarantees it. 9 seconds on the clock. Can Rebellion do the impossible?
It would be pretty crazy. Luckily for them, as the hill moves, they had a couple seconds to moving forward, and Rebellion to place at least 2 bodies in this hill. Excellent shots, but it's not going to be enough. Soul Snipe with the camouflage. He has to get in. He has to make a play. It's just a couple of seconds. But as of right now, Bound is baiting it. He's in. Legend spots him. And that's all she wrote.
Renegade getting loud and proud. GBX strike back.
It's game number 2 here in your grand finals reset of best of 7. Rebellion starting off down 0-1 right now. Something tells me they're going to bring that heat.
Sniper always going to be a crucial factor on this map, and you're going to see it switch hands quite a bit as well. Team's going to prioritize ensuring that thing will always go off the map. The opening fight for camouflage, what's the priority for both these teams? We see Rebellion stacking themselves up on the tower, want to use that high ground, but Renegade has an equalizer in his hands.
7 bullets to work with right now here for Renegade, and already catches the body of Soul Snipe. An excellent nade. Gets himself that kill, and now wrapping back to that seaside, back to that tower.
Well, onto his perch. This is the perfect angle for Renegade to play with. The problem for GBX is Rebellion are going to be the ones that are going to be able to dictate the pace. You're instinctively playing reactionary Halo when your sniper takes a defensive position at tower, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's important to make sure you have every lane checked. Try to funnel your opponents into the right angle.
Well, as of right now, Renegade is watching that mid angle. Anybody that pushes from sandbags to top mid have to go through the demon. Soul Snipe going to find himself a bit of a bottom position. We're seeing Rebellion trying to find some kind of avenue, some kind of lane, and Suppressed will create one there right through the mid side. Back-to-back kills, multiple going down for GBX, but not Renegade. Not until that spike grenade.
Oh, it's a great prediction, Nate, from Cycle to ensure that no one can go down into that vent. You don't see those spikers come up as much as we did in the past. It'll move that sniper over to Shopify Rebellion as well. The one thing I'd like to see with this sniper, be a little bit more active on the map. And you're already seeing that from Mental. It's not about sticking in the high ground. You have to try to get creative with your angles, catch players by surprise. You only have 2 shots, make them count.
Sadly, none of them will. Renegade with the kill. No sniper to work with just yet. And Renegade doing everything he can to stay alive, but eventually taken out. We switch gears over towards Legend. Always finds a way to find the weak players. A double out of him. Another 3 down for Rebellion. And GBX starting to get even more aggressive.
Legend flying forward. I really think this man is the fastest player in the HCS. It feels as if he understands movement better than anyone else. You can see it when he runs flags on the map. You can see it when he wants to get to a spot. He'll get there as quickly as possible. Rebellion going 2 down and Camouflage moving into the hands of Bound. This is a scary position for Rebellion. They have to ensure that they even up the numbers. Do not be the first player to fall.
Bound, even though his camo knows he needs to sprint into action, cover his teammate's back, but ends up catching a shot in the back from his teammate there. He's still alive. Rebellion being forced out of that big door side, out of that A side. Looks like they're rotating through Nest. Oh, there's a white wall player. And Cycle with the double.
Putting him on a washing cycle right there. I mean, my God, it felt like he was tumbling around with that reticle. Renegade tried to get anything back for his team. The repull snipe looks pretty, but it only counts for 1. You gotta find another, and yes, he does. 2 go down for Rebellion, and Renegade controls the map.
Well, he found himself another right now. 3 and 4, 5 assists to go along with it. The main Slayer, now the main support player. 23-11. GBX slowing things down just a little bit, watching the angles, limiting the options of Rebellion. Every lane you pick, there will be a Renegade, there will be a member of GBX that are watching it like a hawk.
Renegade plays so patient over here that Ness never moves his reticle from that big door, but he's able to do that because of the space that his team occupies. You see how far they spread out. Legend playing all the way towards the camo side, a player top mid. They essentially have every lane exit blocked. He knows no one can push me from any other angle but this one. It lines up for a great shot. And Shopify Rebellion, they're in trouble, down by a magnitude.
Double-digit lead here for GBX. Renegade still has some ammo in this S7. This has been a complete lockdown on the map. GBX continuously forcing Rebellion over toward that A side spawn, and there's just nowhere for them to go. They're trying to flank, they're trying to get out, but GBX are holding it down.
It's even work from GBX that's made the difference. All 4 players within a kill of themselves, if not tied. It was all 4 at 8 kills, and well, the assists are right there as well. It just shows how proactive they are on the map, and what I love from it is how much space they take, but how they always have each other's help at the same time. You aren't seeing unassisted kills from GBX. It's not about the individual game. It's been the team play that's pushed up above, and they move themselves. Look at Legend's position here. His job, hold the front line, let your team come from the backside to work on this camouflage.
A and C side control as camouflage coming up. That is damn strong for GBX. Renegade with that camo. Multiple members of his team go down, but finds the easy one-shot, takes no damage whatsoever. Still full shield, still camo to work with, but they spot him out. Oh my God.
They got 20/20 vision, and well, it's gonna come in spades for Rebellion. Able to get that remote detonation. That makes this mixy Rebellion, they need a prayer to be answered, though, in this position, down by 20 kills in this game, and really nothing to give up at this point. You're almost thinking, hey, let's just try to get some momentum on our side as we go into game 3, because this one seems impossible.
Only 5 more kills needed here for GBX. I don't like calling a game over before we actually see the final kill, but I don't see a world, a universe where Rebellion able to come back on this one. GBX already took game number 1. Looks like they're going to be up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series.
It's just been fantastic work from GBX. They've really turned on the heat, and Rebellion have been constantly cycled through front and back side of this map, getting a perfect sear as Steak is on the menu. 50-30, a 20-kill differential that puts GBX up 2-0 in this game. Team to team, but really picks and chooses where you can go. Players call him like a human UAV on the map, really understands where and how everyone should be positioned. A valuable player that needs to do valuable things before players immediately go down. Camo in the hands of Suppress. This is devastating for GBX.
Bit of trigger discipline coming in out of Suppress right there, wanted to feed that information on where the spawner was. Tusk coming in seemingly out of nowhere, but gotta love that play out of Suppress the Rebellion. A trip cap to start things off.
And you're seeing how dominant it is, right? They got the trip cap. What's the first thing they did? They left B, the player spawn over at Gold. The only option they have is the flood out into the hill. Once they get there, it's easy for the players at C Planet, at White Tower, to cross and find those kills. Eventually you work back, you find your shock rifle. This pad does massive damage. You're seeing the collapse come in.
It's a 3v2 at the moment once Suppress catches up, and with that, Rebellion are able to simply push GBX out of that hill. One more player to deal with from long haul. It's gonna be Bound. Gets himself a kill despite being one shot there. He can't really stay C. He has to push out.
Not every kill in Halo Infinite's created equal, right? That's just one kill. But what Bound did is stabilize the efforts of GBX. Now not inside that trip cap, and he might just get more. No, Soulsnipe just able to get that kill. But one kill from Bound gets them out of a dire situation, allows them to have a little bit more time to breathe. But we need to see the follow-up slay from GBX. It hasn't been there until now. Renegade with the double kill will allow them to secure A. Rebellion spawn all the way at C. For the first time, we see control for GBX.
88-2 lead here for Rebellion, so a hot start, but we're about to see a comeback potentially coming out of GBX. The recovery has to be masterful here as 2 going down for each of these rosters. Mental hops right onto A. Long-range shots, a beautiful grenade, keeps Bound back, but Legend comes out of nowhere.
And suddenly for Rebellion, because of one nade that Mental throws across the map, it ensures they don't have to worry about the player over on long haul side. They're able to triple up on the push towards A, find that kill, and eventually work themselves back into A-B control, looking to eventually clamp down on these players as they try to escape from White Tower.
And Alpha Bravo hold at a Shopify Rebellion here. Suppressed, I don't think that melee actually connected, doesn't matter. Shots looking good, but by himself right now is Suppressed. That's 3 down for Rebellion, and GBX take advantage. They go through A.
Look at Suppressed. It's all about the flow of the map, and heads up play from him to wait for his teammates before he steps into C so they can come back and help him with the fight, but he needs to finish strong. Players coming from all around to go down for GBX, but what starts that play? Suppressed sees the cross of Tusk to top A. He understands that their spawn at A is lost. We need to rotate and give ourselves a home. He chooses C, and now it's just about the slays, and they're getting them in spades. 3 go down. Suppress making big-time plays for his team. GBX all see the respawn screen.
We've seen a little of everything so far. Alpha Bravo setup. We saw the Charlie Bravo setup for a little bit, and now we see that AC hold. That Soulsnipe investment we're talking about when we had him here on the desk. GBX over toward the gold side of the map, but they lose one of the perimeter players in Suppress. Can GBX push up through that?
With Camouflage coming up in 10 seconds, it's really going to be a lot of pressure on Renegade to hit the big shot and help give themselves numbers so they can get away with this weapon. But too many players in too many spaces makes the difference for Rebellion. This is why it's key to take space on the map. Yes, you might lose yourself a C-Hill, but you've gained yourself Camouflage in the process.
Another 3 down though for Rebellion. Leaves Suppressed by himself. I love the camo and shot combination, but it's only so much you can do on your own there. And look at GBX, those slays lead to a trip cap. Some good scoring out of GBX.
What spawn do they leave open, right? It's the gold spawn once again. Bound pushes in from the backside, forces them through towards Long Haul, and it's really going to come down to finding the kill on Tusk in order for Rebellion to get out of this trip cap.
Tusk down to 1 shot. He's pushed right out, and now you have Mental with the shock once again. A big bounce back game out of him. 11-5, 7 assists, and another 4 down for GBX.
Great job by Rebellion to spread themselves across the map. They're giving them a triple dilemma. B, A, and C being captured at the same time. GBX have to focus themselves on one, but even if they win this fight over at B, it's Rebellion that still score.
151-85 lead here. Rebellion have Alpha and Charlie, but only for moments, because you see GBX, they collapse right on it. The moment they got their numbers is the moment they push up, and Legend and Tusk gonna work in tandem together to make sure that Rebellion away from this Alpha side.
This is the Season 1 setup. Renegade all the way at glass. Tusk will take that bottom A door. They cut the map in half and dare Rebellion to try to make their push. The difference is Cycle, basically, he has a sniper rifle, but you can treat this thing as a shotgun as you push forward. He's the first player in. He knows that he can get great damage down and try to open it up for his team. Tusk, though, just wins a big fight.
Pivotal fight won by Tusk. Even drops that grenade to get the stick onto Suppressed. Another 3 down, another engagement won by GBX.
This game started off as an 80-0 run for Rebellion, but you can see how fast the tables can turn on a team. It's one trip cap that goes in the way of GBX, and Rebellion have struggled to gather back control. And they'll, but Rebellion get the 4 down. Everything's gone right. Soul Snipe has camo. The spawns are at Long Haul. This is the recipe. They're cooking with their advantage.
Everyone on Rebellion, double-digit kills at the moment. You even got Cycle with double-digit assists to go along with it. And Soul Snipe, being as aggressive as possible with that camo, trades out his life there. Now it's Legend pushing forward. Gonna get into a bit of a scuffle with Mental. A denial grenade won't deny Legend that kill. Legend right on Alpha.
I like that Legend pushes up towards A. It's important to give a team a double dilemma. If you just stay in B, they can focus their efforts. Instead, they'll have to spread themselves thin, and Renegade gets them on the cross. So important to have that much space on the map and to be able to cover each other as you make your plays.
Renegade not able to take away Bravo. Tusk will replace him there, and there we go. We do see at least one stronghold go towards GBX, but A and C in the hands of Rebellion. Tusk now going in for the flank right behind enemy lines. The big kill onto Cycle, opening things up just a bit.
This is why the grapple is so important in Halo Infinite. It's a utility weapon that it's not about, making flashy plays. It's about getting better timing, and Tusk does it brilliantly. He gets behind everyone, gets the kill that opens up White Side, allows Renegade to get into tower and hit the big shot, and now Renegade has a real opportunity to feast upon the players of Rebellion.
Numbers advantage once again favoring Rebellion, but like I said, Renegade has that shock, and he's definitely a playmaker with it. Suppressed, looking to hold him out. Cycle with the flank. Gotta love that tower side push out of them. They're not just happy with the double cap, they're pushing in for that trip once again.
Sometimes it's the unexpected that wins you a game. Cycle pushes to White Tower without any real advantage to speak of. Catches Renegade by surprise, but there's no surprise on what happens next. A trip cap is in, 2 points per second, and Rebellion swarm on the players of GBX. Bound last alive. He'll get himself a singular hill, but the damage is done. Rebellion are just moments away of taking their first game in the reset.
GBX having a tough time dealing with this pressure coming out from Rebellion, who now are less than 10 seconds away from ultimately taking it. Another 3 down go GBX. Legend trying to play for Charlie, but it won't happen. The reset is in. Rebellion are on the board in this Grand Finals reset.
Grand Finals reset. We go to the streets on ball. 2 of 3 rounds will determine it for either team. And Soul Snipe hits the blueberry off the pad. Remote detonation to open it up for Rebellion.
That is quite the starting strike coming out of Soul Snipe. Eagle eyeing that sticky grenade and getting the remote dead. I mean, that's a great counter strategy. Bounce push onto Arcade. Now it's Mental grabbing hold of that ball. Over toward the A side is where they look to bring it.
Camouflage coming up now. It's so important for Mental to stay alive. The space that he occupies at the map is just enough to keep GBX back, but as he goes down, you start to see the swarm of red players push forward and start to take control of this map.
Renegade gonna do everything he can to try to stay alive there, but suppressed with Camouflage. It's gonna be tough for him to get out. Well, here come the multiple members of GBX. The Cavalry are in, and Suppressed is dealing damage. Renegade takes height, somehow is still alive in this engagement. Not for long. Suppressed has the number on that one.
Really been scrappy battles here at the tower, and it all started with Suppress getting away with a Camouflage that really GBX shouldn't have allowed, and even though they were able to find those finishing kills, they weren't able to rack up any time because of it. GBX now in a dangerous position, right? 3 players go down. You see the spawn all the way across the map, and check Mental and Soul Snipe's position. Opposite lanes, but look how far forward they are on this map.
Tusk was able to make it through the red room. Almost gets the ninja jumping over his head, does Mental. Tusk ends up going down. Another numbers advantage. Favoring Shopify Rebellion. Just about a squad wipe. If they can find the one-shot legend, there it is. Back on that ball. What a play by Rebellion.
Would love to see Suppress play fast. Hit this rotation as quick as possible. The spawns came in from PD for the side of GBX, and well, he gets there early. It's just Renegade they got to worry about, but it's a sneaky Renegade as he tries to throw the blueberry on. He'll get the kill nonetheless, and he might have just saved this ball for GBX. That was almost a perfect play by Rebellion, snuffed out by the world champ.
I'm be honest, I'm surprised that stick actually didn't connect there, but Renegade survives in the subway side, and Mental tries to mount a push. Almost goes down, but still grinding forward right now is Mental. There it is. 3 down once again go GBX. Rebellion should be hopping on that ball.
Found him, get a massive double kill for his team. The question for GBX is how close do we spawn? And the answer is just about as far away as you can get. It's going to be a tough ride for them as they have to push in from the driveway side, and Suppress having this red gun just makes that makes the entry point over here so much harder.
38-2 lead, still in favor of Shopify Rebellion. Seaside setup working out well for them, and we talked about those shots Suppressed with the Stalker. Wasn't able to hit those quite there. Cycle comes out of nowhere, Dell. Now we see Tusk with some good shots of his own, but Cycle survives. He's putting down damage.
Just fantastic work from them on this backside. Rebellion doing their best to find kill after kill. GBX, though, have done a great job of flooding numbers. You know, it's not the most efficient thing to do. It's really scrappy. But because they've done so, it's prevented Rebellion from, I think, getting too far away in this game. You're pretty content with only giving up a 40-point run. You know, yes, it's a great run from the side of Rebellion, but that really had the makings to be a 60, a 70-point run if GBX didn't make some massive individual plays. And that all started with Renegade finding big flanks at the big time.
Some great plays to slow down Shopify Rebellion, but now we're going to find out if GBX can halt them, stop them in their tracks. Tusk bringing out the Bulldog. That's going to be a dump one of him. Another 3 down for Rebellion.
Well, with Camouflage up, this is going to be the fight that matters. Renegade, top fragger for the side of GBX, has gotten away with the Shroud of Invisibility. The question is, can he get forward and behind Rebellion without them noticing?
He's in there. Even the Bulldog, not enough to take down Renegade. Still has a bit of camo to work with, but Soul Snipe gonna sniff him out. 47-29. Rebellion still have the lead, but for how long as GBX are really starting to get into rhythm?
I would like to see Soul Snipe get that kill, but not try to play that ball. Try to stay alive as long as you can. Let your teammates get back towards you. Instead, he goes down, and that really opens up an opportunity for Legend to do what he does, right? Get behind, make quick flanks, and try to cause chaos for the side of GBX. Rebellion, though, get the lucky spawn. They're going to be able to refill this ball position quickly, and this could be a big run if these X-Slays go their way.
It's a big win coming out of Mental. Suppressed able to get his pick onto Renegade. At least Tusk and Legend to work by themselves, trying to grind through the seaside, but they're being held down at every single entrance. The seaside belongs to Rebellion, and they're going to continue to put points on the board as they defend this active camo.
There's a value proposition to each death that you have in Halo Infinite. It's not about, you know, minimizing the amount of deaths. It's more about realizing when you can and can't die, maximizing the value, dying at the right time. What we've seen from GBX time and time again is they keep going 1 or 2 down before the push fully develops. You need to be getting in, getting that opening frag, and then being traded down. What happens instead is Rebellion finds the first pick. The rest of GBX try to save themselves, try to get that value still, but they're just always inherently down these numbers. And although they've been able to get this ball, they've lost the camouflage once again, and Mental has a big opportunity to cause chaos.
Renegade finds himself in between multiple members of Rebellion, but GBX perfect placing 2 players over towards those Bravo stairs, and Renegade once again staying alive, but he has no business doing so. Looks like he wants to draw this ball back, and with the shotgun, there's no way that Soul Snipe was ready for that.
Every single engagement of Renegade has felt crucial for the side of GBX. He wins the big fight when he needs to win. He's been able to survive massive encounters. That's allowed them to now take the lead in this game. He's on the front lines as well, waiting for people to pass him with this shotgun. And so far, there's no quick solution for Rebellion. Things are disastrous as they go 2 down.
He's continuing to impress me, kill after kill. Another cycle of slays go to favor of GBX. And with 10 seconds on the clock, this is the final push for Rebellion, trying to get into that subway side, but this angle is being held out. The line is being drawn in the sand. As I say that, at least Renegade by himself. A big 3 down by Rebellion. GBX not able to close it out. Can Rebellion do it?
Well, it was a hell of a nade from Cycle that created this opportunity for Rebellion to stay in this game. The problem is there's just no follow-up. It feels as if they're trying to survive, not trying to steal away this game. And Bound will put the exclamation mark down. Cycle, yes, he's had a fantastic round. Look at his engagements. It's just not enough. I'd like to see the rest of Rebellion start to follow suit, get as aggressive as he is, give him just a little bit more help. Though, it honestly impresses me when you look at the numbers of Cycle in this game. 14 kills, but what's on top of that? 13 assists and 14 to deaths. That's almost like twice as many engagements as some of his teammates in the same lobby.
2-1 series lead here for GBX. As of right now, up 1-0 in the rounds, trying to make it a 3-1 at the moment. As I say that, GBX are the ones to go 3 down. Rebellion going to take advantage of that. Active camouflage is about to come up.
I see Surprise get really aggressive. He has this repulse in his back pocket. It could help him secure this as he lays down massive amounts of damage. Camouflage does get picked up from the side of Rebellion, and Suppress fries as he flies forward into the base of GBX.
A direct route leads right behind GBX and gets some good damage. Does Suppress, and right back to that Stalker he goes. Not much shields to work with there. Mental trying to get his back, goes in for a bit of a ninja attempt. Not gonna connect. Soul Snipe by himself, bound right on that ball.
It really feels as if we're seeing battles, skirmishes that result in massive losses for both sides whenever we see these gunfights. The map gets condensed down quickly, and we're seeing 6, 7 players go down in some of these engagements. And really, it comes down to the last Spartan standing. That's going to be the one that wins the game for their team.
Enemy has the ball.
We're seeing 3 members of Rebellion look to push out this PD side. Bound was forced to drop that ball and get in the fight. Can he finish it is the question. Apparently Renegade can. A triple out of the Demon. The main Slayer puts Rebellion 3 down.
These next moments are going to be crucial for Rebellion. It could be telling of whether they can come back. Ball in the hands of Renegade on the opposite half of the map. In that center point, Camouflage comes to life. And when Rebellion needs to win the slays, that's when they put them 3 down. Renegade can only helplessly throw the ball out as he knows Camouflage is striking him down.
39-14 lead in favor of GBX. Already up 1-0 in rounds. But it's Mental and Rebellion that do have that ball.
I love that Mental moves with his Camouflage to pick up the ball. The number one thing in Halo that surpasses everything else in the order of importance is timing. You cannot lose timing. It's important to get value where you can. Yes, you don't want your Camouflage holding the ball, but no, you can't afford to let it sit there idle.
We see Mental has made it through tires. Suppressed across the map. Good damage out of Renegade. Suppressed is still there, but it looks like Renegade's giving out that communication, and they're able to clear out that A side. Psycho and Soul Snipe are still pressing forward, and Psycho is dealt with. Perfect shots out of Renegade.
Renegade. Oh, he's going to do it again.
No!
3 for the Demon. Does Suppress march forward? The overkill on the table. Here it comes. Suppress takes massive amounts, and it'll be a 3.5. for Renegade, and he has been the reason for GBX being in the position that they are at a dominant round 2, as Renegade gave them the jump start needed to win round 1.
Yeah, this is where things go from bad to worse here. Rebellion needs to find a way to change the tides. It's a 73-19. One more good, 1-2 round of slays, and that's it, at least as far as this game goes. Cycle, though, puts that shotty to work. Rebellion holding the line with this setup. Will it hold down for them?
Suppress notices his teammate spawn across the map. He instantly throws it out into the middle of the map, understanding that they'll have a better chance to fight on the follow back.
See the pings going down. GBX focusing their attention through the A side. Legend does find Psycho, but looks like Mental was able to alleviate at least some of that pressure there. Suppressed right through the mid-map. Takes down Legend, takes down a second. That's gonna be tough. Suppressed making waves.
Oh, triples here and there that might just be more bound. Not able to stay alive. It'll be 3.5 for Suppressed. Trading out triple kills. Legend will be the one that secures the Camouflage. 3 just not enough for Rebellion to get away and secure this camo. Legend could win the game for his team right here, right now.
Some decent kills out of Suppressed and Shopify Rebellion, but no ball time whatsoever. When GBX are able to slay out, they're on that ball. Now it's about 80 points and counting. Rebellion have to make something happen here off of spawn. Otherwise, this game is over.
Renegade, I like how he's pushing back. He wants high ground as he knows the push is going to come in from the B side. Gets info for his team, and it's going to be Renegade and Legend that shore up on the left side. Bound left out on island, and here we go. Rebellion break through, but do they have the time? No! GBX match point.
3-1 series lead. It was GBX that won in that winner's bracket finals to give them that advantage. Shopify Rebellion came out with that heat. They reset the bracket. Hopefully they didn't run out of steam.
The team that gets the early lead is gonna oftentimes run away with it, but if they can ice up and get a 3 dead from their back foot, maybe set a trap here or there, they could potentially flip it into their favor.
Ladies and gentlemen, could be the final game here in the series if GBX are able to come out with a big win here in the Slayer, but something tells me Rebellion, they got something to say about it.
Rebellion were the avid favorites to win this tournament. I've had so much success online up to this point, and now their back is against the wall. They can falter no more. Soul Snipe with the early Camouflage could be the difference maker. Able to find the first, but the follow-ups are all around him. He's taking damage, trying his best to survive. He sends a toy the other way, but no connection. Renegade will take over the mantle of the shock rifle.
Gotta love the commitment to staying alive from Soul Snipe, using that repulse to send that player back, but only delaying the inevitable, so to speak. Meanwhile, it's Renegade bringing that shock up to S4, watching his teammates back. Shopify Rebellion fighting back.
So often when I take these pre-angles, if my teammate comes around the corner head level, I'm ripping it. You know what I'm saying? It's an impressive display from Renegade as he's ready for any push, but unfortunately for him, his teammates all fall surrounding him. And yes, you might have the sniper rifle. Yes, it can make a big impact play, but you need to have the support systems to allow you to play that power position. They fall apart, and Rebellion is able to maintain their lead and break the control of GBX as Tusk is left alone and stranded at tower one shot.
Yeah, I feel like you want to control snipe side on the map, but you also don't want to get trapped here as Rebellion look to take space surrounding Tusk and the remaining members of GBX that are simply coming off a spawn. Long range shots connect well here for Tusk. Cycle still pushing forward though. Tusk forced to back down, catch a new angle. Camouflage just came up.
An interesting strategy from Rebellion. They knew they had the spawn trap over at tower, and they heavily pushed through to blue to try to take care of that damage. And yes, they get a couple kills, but they left loop open in the process. What this does is it allows Renegade to come off of spawn and not have much resistance when grabbing this camouflage. And we're talking about a 2-kill game. A camouflage that goes the other way could be the difference between winning and losing.
As of right now, you allow GBX to claw their way right back into it. Only down by 1 kill, in fact, tied up. And in fact, we see a lead change here as the tide shift towards GBX.
I love Renegade's control on the map. You think they have a coach behind them. The way that he was able to grab camouflage, move masterfully back towards yard just as that thruster comes up. So important to have control of the utility on this map. And he goes from one goodie to the next. Guess what? Shock Rifle's coming up, and it has Renegade's name written on it.
Soul Snipe, you better be careful. Mental puts down some cover fire, allowing him to try to get out of there. Meanwhile, for Scream, you did see Suppress drop a double before getting dropped himself. The one-shot Renegade trying to avoid the grenades. Soul Snipe can't avoid that.
Don't do it again. No, Renegade shut down, but it's about the value. How much do you get out of every life? Surrounded by the enemy, one shot as artillery rains around. Renegade thrusts his way into an extra kill that makes the game even. Each one of these kills are going to be so important for GBX to close out this series.
Tied up at 25 apiece. Mental working a bit of a 1-2 combo with Cycle, trying to clear out this yard side. He wants to get the shock over towards top gold. He wants to have a clear angle on the map. Body shot into bound. Doesn't get the kill. Renegade does.
Big kills at the right time for GBX, but they don't have control of the map in order to safely secure camouflage. But Cycle was able to sneak away. Players were over at the loop. He just didn't care. And now, with great timing, he finds the first pick for his team. They know the rest of GBX are stuck over at the loop. It's time for Cycle to gain position, but wait and be patient for his teammates to meet them. It's a 4-on-3 fight at the yard. Cycle has perfect position as they rain down lead.
Cycle with that gold side control. Soul Snipe was forced to back down, but has his teammate with them still. Cycle ends up cleaning it up. Still down by 1. Not after that slay.
I love Cycle's movement on the map. He always seems to be at the right spot, right time, supports his team masterfully as he pushed up around this yard area. He gets rewarded at the end, gets the 3 thrusters in the back pocket, and this could be the moment where things change for Rebellion. They have control. GBX trapped over at the nest and hotel spawns.
Such a close game here. Rebellion obviously know what's on the line here. A win can not only keep their tournament life alive, but also give them momentum. Maybe we get ourselves a game 7, but it starts right here, right now on Solitude. 2 kills between them. Solstein makes it 3. He's in between 2 different members of GBX. I don't know how he gets out of this alive. Well, apparently it's through the power of friendship. They got Suppress coming in, cleaning up house. Soul Snipe is alive, and now Rebellion push forward.
They've reached the 40 kill mark first, but it's been the delinquent duo on the side of GBX that's kept them in this game. Bound and Renegade sitting at 14 apiece. 28 of their kills are from these 2. It's time for them to show up when it matters most. Camo and Shock Rifle on the map. Can GBX finish the series here and now.
Big time damage out of Suppressed. Tusk still the one allowed to get away with this camouflage, though. The pings are going down. They know that Cycle has the shock. It looks like Cycle, he wants to retreat back to his spawning players. He wants to make sure that they're able to get some teamwork going on here to the guard side.
Cycle has an opportunity to close it. 2 in the chamber to take anyone down. It's important for him to be patient, though. Don't try to do too much. And Tusk sneaks upon his prey. There's the first. Cycle to beat the second. But big shots from Cycle keep them at game point. 1 more kill.
I don't know if Cycle even saw him there with that camouflage, but rips his head off. And Suppressed gets himself 1. That's 50 to 42. Rebellion, they stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, Grand Finals reset. Rebellion 1 game away from sending us into a Game 7. With a GBX and Bound that grab a hold of that overshield. Overshield shredded.
Well, Bound immediately able to find those 2, and 3 going down for Rebellion. Yes, this might be one of their best maps, but GBX come out the gate hot, and they're already looking for a first flag grab.
Some defense coming out of Shopify Rebellion. Off a spawn, they're trying to keep GBX out of this base, but it looks like GBX turned 1 round of slays into 2. Full squad, white flag being run.
Bound being so fast and efficient with this flag run as well. Rebellion aren't even going to have a chance to stop this off the spawn, as the players of GBX form a strong line of defense. And what was defensive might just become offensive because of Tusk's position behind the players of Rebellion. He finds the next, allowing his team to start pushing forward once again.
What a lead in favor of GBX. And a killing spree out of Bound. Hasn't died 1 time so far. Mental approaching the utility side. You better watch out. There's 2 members of GBX that are looking to hold you out. Some well-placed grenades here. Even the heat wave. Not enough to get control of the utility.
They held the Gears of War champ at the back door, but not able to contain him. He gets into the base and he's looking to make it mixy. The heat wave gets 1, but the rest of Rebellion fall. Suppressed, not going to be able to comfortably push up to the position to pull flag, as GBX have a chance to take top control.
Another overshield about to come up. You're seeing Rebellion start to focus their attention over toward the P side of the map. Legend and Renegade recognize it, but Renegade going down. Legend be by himself, looking to stay alive, gets himself a kill, and now Bound with the follow-through. What happens with this overshield?
Tusk trying to keep them away. He will be able to grab this for essentially free, right? Just a couple shots across map, pushes Rebellion far enough away. Now Tusk has big opportunity for his team to throw this second cap on board, and it starts with the first slay.
There it is, but the player was able to get behind over toward the P side, but a huge double out of Tusk. Not quite the triple. Mental stays alive over toward the bottom P side, but that's not going to stop Legend from playing the util, playing the car side.
So often you're going to see Legend be on the front lines and try to develop fast and efficient flanks. He's oftentimes, I'd say 40% of the time on the map, shooting someone in their back.
Numbers advantage favoring Rebellion. Once again, that thrust is so tough to deal with. Soul Snipe lives, but Tusk taking a bit of a longer route, one that Soul Snipe doesn't expect. Cycles in there to help, and Soul Snipe gets the kill while also staying alive. Legend threading the needle on that one, but it's still a 3 down for GBX.
Legend with the great shots and able to get his kill. Here comes the flag for Rebellion, though. GBX having to do their best, but remember, Legend, he always likes to get in these back lines, and he finds another back to shoot. He is one of the best players in the game, if not the best player, at finding the correct timing and being able to get the important kills on the map.
He forces his way through and just creates havoc. But still, it's Rebellion clearing out GBX from the map. Is 50% controlled, now belongs to Rebellion. In fact, they want more. They're in the util, in the face of GBX. This could be a flagpole if they play it just right.
Legend gives the left, right, able to hit a nasty strafe that allows him to get this kill. But although this flag is out, it's a bit of a red herring. The thing that's important is the overshield, and that's what Bound puts on. Double shields for the Devil as he pushes forward, able to get shots down into the util, and they're willing this flag, a scrappy flag that moves its way past the half line.
More overshield to work with, but apparently doesn't need it. A bit of a jiggle peek action with that straight. Leads to a double out of bounds, and now the rest of Rebellion are trying to hold this flag out. It won't happen. GBX up 2-0.
This has been all GBX. It really hasn't felt as if we've seen the same fight out of Rebellion. They haven't been able to get into this base. This is their first opportunity, but you have to find Tusk first. A couple grenades get great damage, but we need to see fast follow-throughs from Rebellion. It's not about getting a kill and using that as your timing. You have to get a little bit of damage and trust that you can follow up on those kills. Instead, they let Tusk regenerate those shields, and he shows how punishing it is when you do not finish your food.
This game running a lot different than it did in the winners bracket finals, but it could be the same result if Rebellion don't put the pedal to the metal here. 2 caps already for GBX. Rebellion, they've gotten some clean slays. They've gotten in the base of GBX, but haven't been able to convert just yet. But with the 3 down, Rebellion start the flag, and it's already in the util.
Well, it's a foot race to the other side, but you have the fastest sprinter in the HCS on the other side. Legend able to instantly find his way into the back base. It's going to come down to the first pick.
Legend does make his way through and gets the kill. Flag is out. It's a stalemate already. He's playing for the return, but suppressed with a pivotal kill at that. They should be able to keep it alive. That's exactly what Rebellion do. Now flag in the mid-map. Can they get the return? No. Bound. Relaying forward.
Rebellion were able to find 2, but you have to stop Bound at the front door. Don't let him into the back base. The call is coming from the building. Legend able to use that to his advantage. Double shields for him as he's able to find another kill on the map. Yes, Rebellion have this flag at home, but GBX is making this tough, and Renegade has 2 in front of him. Renegade gets the big kills. Goal line stand for GBX.
Bit of a late jump as well, but Cycle still drives him out of the base, still gets the pull on the flag, but Renegade is still alive at the moment and now being patient, waiting for Bound to push up here, and this could be it. This could be the return. Down to 1 shot, Legend is there, the return is out. That's a triple, that's a 3rd cap.
And the cap goes in while Rebellion go 4 down. GBX will be able to be at a vector of attack once again. Tusk all the way into the opponent's util, understanding that just 1 kill can be the difference maker. Finding this BR, he's gonna get an easy back smack. The flag is out. This could be the dagger.
3 down, go Rebellion. Suppress, the only player alive, just waiting for Tusk to pass. Beautiful nade, beautiful double. Renegade with the cleanup kill quick, but now the rest of Rebellion are starting to quickly move into position. Soul Snipe with some damage. Renegade with yet another. Can Rebellion get the return?
Rebellion keep going 2 down. It's a desperate push into the middle map, and Renegade cuts them down. 1 more for him. Suppress able to find 2, but wasn't enough for Rebellion to stop this flag.
Flag moving forward. A 4-0 start coming in from GBX. It's not looking good for Shopify Rebellion.
4 on the scoreboard, 4 minutes to play. 4 players that need to clutch up to push themselves to 1 final game. Overshield will give themselves an advantage that Soul Snipe cannot overcome. Rebellion are in desperate dire streets. They have to find a solution in these final 4 minutes.
No more Overshield to work with. Still has that thrust. Trades out his life with Suppressed there. As we switch gears over towards Tusk. BR is out. Have to hold Rebellion back, but it's Mental on the opposite side of the util.
Great shots from Renegade. He pushes these players forward, and Rebellion, it's really going to come down to just winning the sleigh battle.
1 more cap needed. Rebellion down by 4, 3 minutes on the clock. It could be a crazy comeback, but another 3 down goes Shopify Rebellion. Legend Over on the YouTube side, does have a player to work with. It looks like they're going to push past over towards the 50% portion of the map, but Psycho is there. Rebellion is all covering the car side. This is what you want to see.
Only 3 minutes left on the clock, and Rebellion keep going multiple down. 3 for Tusk as Soulsnipe's the last one. Soulsnipe might just meet his maker. He'll get the kill, but Renegade's in the house, pulling the flag. This could be it.
Suppressed with some cross-map shots onto Legend. Flag is stopped just short, but you're seeing multiple members of GBX moving up, moving through Rebellion. Another 3 down. Is this it?
4 minutes turn to 2. And it's a last desperate play for Soulsnipe. He's caught as he comes through. The flag is coming home. This is it.
5-0. And a very loud GBX. They get through the elimination bracket, make it through the grand finals. Get the reset, but not the win here.
And it's Aquarius flag that will create nightmares for this Rebellion roster in the winners final. They went down in a stunning finish. In the grand finals, they lose their chance at first place. 5-0. I don't think anyone expected this thing to happen. Eli, GBX just looked that damn good.
That was impressive. I mean, the relentless pressure. Shopify did not have an answer for it. I mean, GBX was in Shopify's base from the time that game started until the time it ended. They made it impossible for Shopify to get any type of footing mid-map. They could not even think of getting the flag out. The one time that they had the flag all the way in their base, they were not able to stop the goal line stand from GBX just applying infinite amounts of pressure in their base until they absolutely had it returned. And I feel like at that moment was kind of where things fell apart.
I mean, it was just fantastic work all the way through for GBX, and honestly, it's impressive to finish this off with a statement that they did against Shopify Rebellion on one of their best maps. To win in this fashion seems to be something truly special, and it felt like this goal line stand that GBX had was a real difference maker in this game. Rebellion falls short. GBX are your champions of today's tournament. Mikowski, welcome to the desk, and what did you think about our matches?
If we get half of that in London, I think we're going to be in for a special treat across the pond. But I made a prediction, and I was the only one that predicted GBX to win this tournament. And the big reason why, we had a conversation with Bound last week, Eli and I did, and Bound's level of confidence when we asked him, kind of feels like there's a big 6, and he was maybe a big 4, and he goes, whoa, 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 pump the brakes, fellas. Until Shopify do it on LAN, we're still the big 3. We're still the best team in the world, and we will always beat them on LAN. When I heard that from Bound, I knew they were going to win this tournament. That level of confidence, it's not manufactured. It's not made up. It is true. It is real. And when you got Bound and Renegade rejoining teams, when you got Bound and Legend, who are already one of the most dynamic, if not the best duo in HCS, it was no surprise to me that GBX took this tournament.
Yeah, I also think that it can't be understated that we have 3 players that are in the contention of being the best player in the game on this roster, right? Obviously, Legend has come out from Europe, joining a North American roster in Space Station Gaming, and has quickly taken over the HCS. We've seen Bound come in, that Rookie of the Year performance that he had in year 1, and solidifying himself in year 2, and hoisting the trophy in year 3, and Renegade, the demon that won the World Championship just a few months ago. When you add these 3 to a roster of a player like Tusk, who seems to be a glue player, a player that has coaching experience with that FaZe roster in Season 1, this was not a roster that was built to lose, Eli, and what does this remind you of?
I mean, this kind of reminds me of, this is a throwback, the Dream Team back in Halo 2. Remember when Strong Side, Vash, Defy,
oh my gosh,
and they all come together, and
Vash or Ponzors.
They had to add a Dream Team clause to the rulebook because they had enough points between 4 players to be a top 4 seed, but they didn't technically have a seed because it didn't follow the other seed guidelines. So they had the dream clause so that they could maintain a top seed, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just 4 of the best players in the world just coming together, and this time it's for a local, but you know, you have to wonder, would this be a feasible team at some time in the future? Who knows?
Does this give the big 3 even more confidence than they already had? Because right now Shopify are the biggest contender. They're the biggest threat to occupy that big 3 space. Sentinels look really strong with precision on the squad. Who knows what complexity can do if Spartan's able to refine his form and fit in as the 4th on that team, especially when you look at a composition conversation. But what does this do for the big 3? Did the rich just get richer? Did the big 3 just get bigger? Because everybody at home on Optic, FaZe, Renegade a part of that squad, the rest of SSG not here this weekend, Eco and Stellar, they have to have gotten a lot of confidence from this, because again, the conversation goes back to Shopify has done this online, but there's levels to this. There's difference to online performance versus on LAN, and we got to see a full helping of that this weekend.
Well, I'll give you a hot take. I feel like this helps solidify Shopify Rebellion as a contender for the big 3, because the one thing they needed was a reality check. Play on LAN, see where you really are, where are you standing, know what your weaknesses were from this weekend, and understand what you need to work on coming up next. I think this was the best possible thing for them.
I agree with that too.
Not the fact that they need to be humbled, but just to understand that, yes, there's still work to be done. This momentum isn't just enough to carry us forward when we go across the pond to London and to try to win.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. It's like if they were to win this weekend, maybe they don't try as hard between now and London, you know, but this gives them a reason to practice even more, to take a harder look in the mirror and see, okay, yeah, we obviously can compete. We took lots of games from these guys, but why did we lose so many games? You know, they've got to go back to the drawing board and just take a look, you know, take a look at how they've changed their play from online to LAN and make those adjustments before London.
Shopify now have the best, most valuable VOD reviews to look forward to after this tournament. I always talk about, especially when Eli, we're doing semi-professional, win around 1, win around 2, open series matchups. Those are such great opportunities to take the L and learn from it. So I agree with you guys. I think this actually bodes really well for Shopify. It bodes really well for the big 3. It just means to me that the competition has never been better.
Well, joining us is the champ, right? Yeah, one HCS Arlington, but I have a feeling that this one just means just a little bit more to you bound here today.
My first local win.
Your first local win, right? You said you've never been to a local LAN before either, right? Today.
Wow.
Hey, how do the grand finals feel? I mean, hey, winning on Aquarius flag, 5-0, getting the job done. What's the takeaway today?
I mean, we're not even a real team, but it was just I guess it just shows that we're still all individually good, and when you just make it work, you know, all 4 of us, me, Toss, Sean, and Legend. I don't know. I mean, the game just felt good as fuck on LAN, and that's good to know going into London because the game's pretty bad online. So yeah.
Hey, well, I have a feeling that you guys aren't going to be leaving the venue anytime soon. Like you said, LAN feels good. You guys going to try to smash as many games as possible after this?
Probably not, just because we have such an early flight. I gotta be at the airport at like 3, 4 a.m. I got to scrim once I get home too. So yeah, I'll probably just chill, just go chill in my hotel room, get food, something. I don't know, but it felt good to win. It felt great. Winning my first local, so. Yeah.
Your first local. I mean, hey, fantastic work. You were saying you were getting loud, right? And it's like, you know, how does it feel to be at your, you know, quote unquote, the first local, not having those noise canceling headphones, knowing that when you're screaming over there that they're hearing what you're saying? Did you have any special things? What were you trying to pull out? How are you trying to get in their head?
I mean, yeah, just screaming because the noise cancel. I didn't realize how big of a difference the noise cancel makes, but you can just hear everything. Like, there was a lot of times, even when the crowd were cheering like at the beginning of the game, just because we're starting the game, that we can't even like say our starting strat because we just couldn't hear each other. You know what I mean? It was just crazy. I don't know. It was cool though. It was cool. It was cool just like experiencing the local and just getting loud. You know what I mean? Because I don't really get loud, but I feel like the local vibe, you kind of have to get loud because it's all like personal.
I went to the back after, I think you guys went up 2-0 in the grand finals reset, called the wife, checked in on her, see how she was doing. And in that moment, I got to see you and Renegade walk back there and strategize how to put the foot down, how to finally finish off this Shopify Rebellion roster. What was it like teaming with Renegade? I felt like I saw something I wasn't supposed to see, right? They tell you it's supposed to be Bound versus Renegade, but you guys look pretty good together. What was it like teaming up with him once again?
I mean, yeah, me and John, I feel like think very alike. We're just super confident. We could lose a Slayer 50-0, and we're like, whatever, we didn't get the power up. And so, anyway, who cares? I feel like nothing can really phase our confidence, and I think we just win anything. So, yeah, when we were strategizing back there, I don't even remember what we were saying, but we were just like, bro, who gives a fuck? Let's go. Let's win this shit. And we just came out and just played great. So yeah.
Awesome stuff, man. It's really cool to see you and Legend, guys now roommates. I'm sure you've gotten closer and closer since he moved here. What's it like playing with him? I mean, he's been winning in Europe forever. Only recently came to the States. You guys just got your first win on LAN at Arlington. It felt like you two really just have a built-in chemistry between you two now. Like there was multiple games where you two were the front runners in kills together, and we're just always flying together. What's it like having a teammate like that?
Yeah, I mean, me and Legend are kind of like yin and yang on the map when it comes to just like running the run at people and just make plays. I feel like we both kind of look at the map the same, where like we don't really care about power weapons or like really anything. We just want to go out there, kill them, make the play, and just like this is like that one little play we're just looking to make every time. And I feel like me and him are just like super good at just like working together and making that play.
Love that.
Oh shit. Oh, my bad.
I think your first words that you said on
it's because the mic's so close, bro.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Do I move it away?
I'll say I've asked about AT ties for Tuss to come on broadcast. He said no. Because you're saving it for a special time, right? You're saving it for the very end.
Bro, I just have social anxiety, bro. Like, I don't know what like, being up here. Like, I don't know where I'm looking, you know?
Hey, guys, W Tusk in the chat, right? Make sure you give this guy some
The
love.
camera's right there, I think.
Because he played incredible this weekend. How'd you feel, winning it, getting that local experience once again?
I mean, it was fun. Everyone on my team was like really good. I'm really good friends with them, and they're really fucking good. So it was just fun playing with like really good people. And then Shopify's a good team too. It's a local.
Right.
I'm so awkward.
No, that's all good. I'll say, do you have like a lot of local experience? Did you used to? No. So is this your first local? Do you play like a lot at home with any friends on LAN?
No, I only play online.
Okay.
All
right.
Not a LAN guy.
Wait, what'd you say, Ben?
I was curious if it was your first local like ever. Like you never played like a 1v1 on local or anything?
No.
Damn, all right.
Hey, yeah, you know what? You're batting 100.
Let's
Right?
go. I'm done after this. I'm retiring.
You're retiring? You're done?
I'll never lose again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, what's it like for you in the future? What's your plans right now? You're heading over to London? You compete? What's the plans?
No, yeah. I mean, I'm going to London with my
You're
team.
going to London, right?
I don't want to go to London.
You don't want to go to London?
I hate traveling, bro. If I could teleport to London, there'd be no issue.
No issue.
Yeah, but I have to fucking. Can I cuss?
Yeah, no, you can.
All right. It's fine.
It does it first.
It's just natural right now. So like, no, I mean I'm from California, so it's like what, like a 12-hour flight or something. It's just not a good experience.
It's probably longer, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean I'm playing with Skeptify, Sab, and Suspector on C9, and we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. C9 representing. I saw you with the C9 merch. You were looking fly as hell.
Oh yeah.
How's it been like with the new team? You guys had big shakeups throughout the last couple weeks. With your roster, it seemed as if it was going to be one thing, and it was like a complete catalyst throughout the whole amateur scene. Can you walk us through what happened in the last few weeks getting yourself on the C9 roster?
I mean, basically, when Gyoki got poached to native, right? Sab had hit me up and was asking if him and Aiden, if we were potentially interested in having them on C9, and which we were, obviously, right? And we were trying to keep it like low key, but somehow like the day before, like we got approval, it got out, and then Diagram and Rami found out, so it just became a big scandal about like
Yeah,
if they're
because it
getting
was
to
weird.
work or
Because
us.
there was like 2 Cloud9 teams at the same time, but you didn't know who was Cloud9. It was like weird. Yeah.
I always saw the still deciding team, and I was like, are they saying that like Cloud9 is like still deciding?
Yeah, it was basically that.
Yeah,
Because it was like 50-50, like between like our roster and theirs. When it was Rami, Diagram, King Nick, and Collect.
Well, I'll say like I felt like the still deciding roster was really good, but then when you guys needed to like show out to the org that you are the team to pick up, it felt like you guys were dominating in the open series. Can you kind of talk about like how that improvement's been for you and why you guys have been seeing so much success online recently?
I just think, I mean, I think we're more consistent now just because Sab and Suspector are kind of like what we needed in terms of just consistency and like structure when it comes to like how we want to play the game and our small talk and our setups and all that. And not to throw anyone under the bus, I just feel like sometimes with Diagram and Rami, and they're good players, the only frustrations I had sometimes would be like, like a lack of comms, so like I don't know what's going on, or like a lack of effort. You know what I'm talking about? And I mean that's all of us too. So it's not just them, but like that's why I wanted to make the change in general, just because I was like, I feel like with Sabbath Suspector, I know what I'm getting, and I know they're gonna try, and like I know they know how to like play the game like the way I want to and stuff like that. So that's why we just made the move, basically.
Right?
Yeah, I would say that Suspector when I got to work with him, just as a coach, I could tell he's like one of the hardest working players that I've ever come across. Guy's always grinding. He's always thinking about the game. He's always trying to help his teammates out. He's just a very nice, helpful player. He's ultra competitive as well, so I can definitely see that. I wanted to ask you what it was like, or like how you see yourself fitting into the team that you played with over the weekend with Bound, Renegade, and Legends. Like I was trying to break down the team comp, and I'm like, I don't want anybody to think that you're like the anchor, because you're playing with these guys in 8s every day. You're keeping up just fine.
That. Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's different from like the viewer's perspective, because I think majority of viewers don't think I'm good. And
right.
And that's fine. No, that's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
And I play with Bound, Renegade, and Legend.
You play with
all
them
the time, and
every day.
they think I'm good, right?
That's all that
fine.
matters.
So like, I mean, it makes sense for you to think I'm the anchor, because it's like, bro, they've all won an event, so it's like if we lost here, like. I'm getting.
Yeah, we're just
I'm
blaming
getting
us.
right.
Who cares? We're tossing
I
our
can go
team.
like
Who gives a fuck?
pause 30 every game and we lose. It's my fault, you know.
Right.
But obviously, like I had around bad games, but just playing with them here, I mean, it's funny, but like I was basically just trying not to fuck up, because like we're probably just gonna win the games if like I don't scam and like they don't scam.
I mean,
so
no, the game one of the first series we played against them, the Aqua flag was crazy. Like Tuss was 8-22.
I was getting slammed, bro. I was like, thank God. No, we kept 4 flags 2 minutes. I said, thank God, bro. Didn't have to deal with that game 1 slander, and then we won the next 2. So I was like, let's go.
You are like a money 8s, money 2s demon, right? It's you know, obviously people talk about like Bound, Boo Boo, Renegade, like all those guys when they play 2s, but you're always there and playing. And what is it about like Halo, competitive Halo, where you're like, you always seem to be the first one to be like, hey, let's play some money 2s, let's play some money 8s, let's get the grind going.
I mean, no one has like, bro, this could be the last year
I
of
feel
Halo
like Tuss
Infinite.
just has a lot of passion.
Yeah,
as a player,
I mean, this could be the last year of Halo Infinite, and I'm not like, this isn't shade at other people, but it's like, bro, I feel like this event should have had a couple more teams, you know, like,
I agree.
Would it have been like more like fantasy rosters like us? It's like, bro, if this is the last year of Halo Infinite, because I don't know if it is, right, but it's like, I mean, this is a pretty like cool event
It's
to
just
have.
good practice,
It's
for
good practice
London
before
too, yeah.
another event, bro, and then it's just like, where's the passion? Like, what are the other people doing? Just staying at home? I know some teams are screaming, and I'm not saying like there's huge value to come out, right? But I'm like, there's no reason not to, kind of in the same way.
It's like everyone's first chance to play LAN on the new network model. So like, since you guys are here, you guys kind of have a leg up in a way against the competition. Yep. In London, you got to adjust to it, see if you got to adjust your settings, FOV, whatever. But
I had to adjust them.
I had to adjust my FOV. I felt like it was like jarring, the difference, honestly. But yeah, no. Congratulations, guys. That was a lot of fun watching you guys. And
oh, wow, I was curious. Why is there no trophy?
I talked to Lee about it. He's like, "Do we need a trophy?"
I'll take a
3090
as a trophy.
We'll take you to the $2 gift shop. You can pick whatever you want.
Oh, so one of the Disney shops.
We'll take you out wherever you want to go. You want to go to Brazilian Steakhouse?
Sure,
Yeah, come out with us.
Sure.
We'll go all eat at the Brazilian
Universal,
Steakhouse
bro.
or something.
Sure.
That'll be your trophy. A bunch of meat tonight. But
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Hey,
I'm just saying, I'm responding. I'm not hearing. That's all I'm saying.
My fun story with you, Tusk. I always tell people this. I was teaching one of my friends how to play Halo 5 last year, or I think like sometime mid last year. And we're just in custom games, and I see a custom browser up on Halo 5 PC. It's just one player in it. I'm like, oh, what the hell? It's literally 3 a.m. I'm in Nevada. I'm on the West Coast too, by the way. I joined it. It's just Tusk running around on the map 30 minutes in, waiting for someone to join. It was 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Probably just woke up or something.
So
like that.
why are you
bored.
running around on Halo 5 in 2023 at 3 o'clock in the
It
morning?
was not last year, was it? It had to be.
Dude, it was definitely
last
year.
What the fuck?
Look it, man. I don't know, man. I just needed to like auto stabilize for a bit or something. I don't know, bro. Kelly,
you weren't even on the jump map. You were just on Kali, dude.
That is
It is what it is. I don't know why I did that. I can't tell you why, but glad you joined up, bro.
Either way, he 1v3'd us. That was the.
No, that's an insane story.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely love. I will say, man, if we install Halo 5 on the PCs, will you guys play?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, sure.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
We might need to like
But
install.
it has to be like
Halo.
off season though, and it has to be like.
Oh, I thought he was talking about right now. He's talking about like a future tournament?
Whenever.
Oh, sure, whatever. I don't care.
Hey, I'll say you're on the West Coast, California.
Yeah.
Where in Cali?
Chill.
North or south? Is what I mean.
Southern.
Southern. All right, bro.
Lives in a
I
desert.
run a Vegas LAN once a month.
I'm not going.
Come on. It's a short
Instant
trip.
denial.
I'm staying home, bro. I'm staying home.
Dude, I need you to I'm losing money every fucking time because like Kid Nasty's over there running my shit.
Kid Nasty goes?
Yeah, he comes every week.
Might have to go.
We might have to go.
It's like it's Kid Nasty, Purse.
Is he bossing up?
We got some shooters.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'll stay at home. I'll stay in bed.
I'm gonna work you out. I'm gonna work on getting you out one week, just one time. We'll have a big fun time.
Okay.
We got this tournament, right? It's all about reigniting local Halo, right?
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. I want to see local Halo. I want to see. I mean, yeah, two players in one household over there, right? Bound. You got Legend rooming with you. Go start your local scene. Go run some. Dude, money aids. Y'all be running shit.
But I don't know. I don't even wake up. Like, I wake up at like 4 p.m. every day.
That's what I'm saying,
You know what I mean? Like, I wake up for my
I'm a degenerate, but you can't.
Yeah, where did
I know you were on Halo 5 at 3 a.m. playing with no one.
That's just a random like occurrence, you know. Like that could have been anyone on Halo 5 on that day.
I don't think it could have been.
No,
like,
I
bro,
don't think it could.
it's
Not
like,
at 3 a.m.
I don't think that's how that
I would not leave my
3
house.
a.m.
This is how bad I am. I would not leave my house if I didn't have events to go to and get my hair cut or some shit. Like, it's sad, bro. Oh, let's wrap it up. My bad.
No, it's so proud. All right, Bound. Any last things you want to say? Anything you want to get off the chest?
Shout out my girlfriend. I know she's up watching late at night. Yeah, great LAN.
Hey, fantastic. Tuz, I will say thank you for flying out. I mean, all the way from California, right?
Yeah.
Long flight. You got here. You won. You played well. Anything you want to say? I want to first of all, chat. W Tuss. W Bound. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming out. Where can we find you on socials? Anything you want to say?
Twitch.tv/Tuz, Twitch.tv/Tuz, Twitch.tv/Tuz.
What about your Twitter? What about your Twitter?
That's fine. Twitter.
Yeah, fuck his Twitter.
Tuz
It's
X.
X, whatever.
I mean, I don't have anything to say.
Add him on Xbox.
Thank you. Love you, Mom. That's
Love
why
you,
doing
Mom.
supports me.
Hey, W
That's it.
Mom.
W Mom.
And shout out Bound's girlfriend. Let's go.
Hi, boys. Thank you so much for watching this event. 2050, our gracious tournament organizers here today. Shout out to the Orlando Esports LAN Center on International Drive. We're going to Universal tomorrow. Some of us getting flights. So you can push it back. Flights for these two.
Like 3 times.
Roller coasters for us. That does it for our event here today. Thank you for watching our champions, GBX, Tusk, Bound, Renegade, and Legend getting the job done. Thank you for watching. And we'll have more Halo stuff in the near future.
You're my best kept secret. I don't know why